Mate, here we are. Kenda, what do you reckon? Keen as?
Oh, it's awesome. Just been awesome. We've already seen the testing day.
We've seen the first testing day last night. We saw a little bit of the action. And I think while we were doing our live show last night, there was a 3-second pass.
Yeah, Australian record breaker.
Yeah.
394, I think it was.
Yeah, how good was that? We completely missed it. Like, we were doing our live show, we actually saw it and it didn't click, what we just seen. So until afterwards, and we're watching like, oh man, that was a 3-second pass.
Yeah.
So there should be heaps more action. We've got the grudge racing tonight. So this is the first day of racing with the grudge racing, right? We've got testing on now.
From 6 o'clock, the grudge racing starts. So.
Yeah, so we'll bring you a bit of the action and let's go and have a chat to some people out there and see what's going on at Kenda.
Yeah, let's do it.
So how you going? You've made the trip over from WA. You've got 2 cars over here for the team?
Yep, we've got the black GTO and now we've got this one. This one was maybe 6 weeks ago we decided to put this bad boy together. And so we've pushed it and we've made it happen. Everyone's just busted themselves, but everyone's put in the effort and we finally got here. We did all the rear end work. Eddie and Tony and everyone from Actives Automotives, they sorted out all the engine, gearbox, all that sort of thing. So we got all the chassis sorted, got it back to them. They put it all back together and then it was just a final push.
Yeah, right. And did you have a test last night?
So we managed to do one run that wasn't, it's that thing in drag racing, isn't it? Where if one thing falls, we've been trying to change a lot of things throughout the car just to make sure that we're from the start onto it.
Yep.
And in doing so, it's caused other things to unfold, but that's why you've got the couple of test days. We managed to do one in Perth, got a few little gremlins sorted, but we'll get there.
And the black one, how did it run?
It went okay, but we're in the same thing. We changed some fuel injectors and that's caused another Pandora's box and things. So what we're doing is we're bringing everything back to what we know, where we knew it worked. And from there, we're going to try and keep cruising on, but we've got flex plate issues at the moment. So we'll get this down the track and try and juggle between them.
And then go from there.
Yeah.
No worries. All right, well, we'll keep an eye on you all weekend.
Lovely.
Maybe touch base and see how you're going later in the weekend.
Too easy.
Thank you. G'day Kurt, we're here from Overtaking Lane, mate, and I'd like to learn a little bit about what goes into the prep on this track, because you've come all the way from America.
Yeah.
And they've flown you out here, I believe, to do some prep on this track.
Yeah.
Mate, what goes into it, and what's different to a normal drag race, mate?
All right, that's probably let's start with what's different.
Yeah.
So obviously you got slicks and you got radials. So a slick tire has a lot of sidewall on it, real flexible. Radials do not. They have a very stiff sidewall. Slicks grow, radials don't.
Yep.
So those are the two biggest differences in the tires. A slick tire wants to spin. You have to spin a slick. Even though your car's hooking up and you can feel it inside, a slick is spinning.
Yep.
And you control that with wheelie bar, torque converter, clutch, timing, how much your spin is and how fast your spin goes to a full hookup. With radials, there is no spin. If a radial tire spins, it spins. There's very little saving it.
Right.
So to combat that, the rubber on a radial track is much thinner, probably a 32nd of an inch, and that especially in the daytime, because the main thing is we're putting so much glue on these things. Probably 4 or 5 times the amount of glue that you put on a slick track.
Right.
And I guess these guys probably spent $14,000 in glue this weekend.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't
it? And so you'll also see us out there scraping it some to get, whenever you have glue and heat, it kind of creates slime, and you can't hook up on that. And so we need the glue, but we can't have the slime. So we'll go out and we'll scrape it every now and then. We'll just take the top layer off and keep it thin. That's also why you see them when they do their burnouts. You have your funny cars and top fuel cars, they'll do the big long burnouts.
Yeah.
We don't do that here. The rubber is so thin and there's so much glue on top of it. You do your burnout back here in the rear part of the lanes, get your tires clean, warm, and then you just roll out. You chop the throttle early.
You don't want to go over the start line at all with your burnout at all.
No,
That's
not under power.
Yep.
But just roll through it and you'll see these tires leave a nice path of rubber.
Yep.
Back up on that rubber and let it go.
Yeah, okay.
And, so that's kind of the biggest difference. It takes a whole lot of rotating. They built a rotator here. We licensed a company, Aldridge, to build our equipment here.
And that's brand new, and then we've got a spray rig as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, look at this spray rig. This thing is...
This is brand new?
Yeah, it's brand new. This is, and I'm not just saying it. Justin Simpson and Clint here built it. This is the nicest spray rig in the world, not the country, the world.
Because you've done some big events. Well, you do big, massive events,
Yeah, we do big ones, yeah. I'm at pretty much all the big ones.
Yeah, right.
And this is nice. You guys, I'm not sure I'm not saying it like that, but I'm not sure you know what you got here, because these guys are wholehearted. They built a $30,000 rotator. This thing was probably, who knows how much. I think they had to call NASA to license it.
Yeah, right. Probably. And what do you think of this series out here in Australia? Have you enjoyed yourself so far?
Absolutely. I mean, there again, this is what I do for a living. I'm at races every weekend. I've got several crews. We're doing 3 races this weekend around the world. This is the most fun I've had doing radial racing in 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a kick. The Australian people are so nice, so friendly, and God, I can't wait to come back down here.
And what do you say to anyone thinking about getting out there and having a bit of a go on the track? Do they get out and have a crack at a radial?
Absolutely. I mean, radial racing to me is just kind of where it's at. It becomes a tuner's race. It's not just throw it at it and go. You got to finesse.
Yeah.
And so you got to use this up here more than that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of keyboard tuning, and it's just it's a chess game, and it's so fun. You'll see them out here today. There's guys that are going to struggle because we're warm. Radials and heat are very difficult.
Right.
Where a slick tire, it's no big deal to run in 150-degree track temperature. They like it. You can get that controlled spin. Out here, you can't do that. You got to tiptoe.
Completely different game.
Yeah, like during the day, you probably won't see those. We had quite a few 3-second runs last night. You're probably not going to see that during the day because they're going to have to go point A, point B, take it real nice and easy, get it down to the track and get a wind light.
Yeah.
And if you spin the tires, you're not going to get a wind light. So they're going to play smart. As we go into the evening, watch out.
When we cool down, it's
we're
all
going to go fast.
That's excellent. Yeah. And just one last thing, I guess. We talk about the prep on the track. There was a massive amount of prep on the track before we had anyone out here, wasn't there?
Sure.
You've scraped all the rubber off,
yes,
right?
Took it all off. We put it back on, and that helps it adhere to the concrete better. It's fresh, live rubber. They call this, I'm not being a smart ass, they call this track prep for a reason, because it's preparation.
Yeah.
You come out, you totally remove the track, put a new racetrack in. You do that almost every day.
Wow.
And so it takes a lot of preparation. It's not just come out and spray the track and go.
And you're watching really closely every run. You're looking at what's going on, if there's any damage to the track, minute, right?
Yeah, because we're so thin on the rubber. When a car spins the tires, it takes the rubber down to the concrete, and then you don't have any adhesion for the next car. So you'll see us out here jumping out and filling those with heat and rubber from back here. The track prep's gone to such a level now that I don't want to say it's difficult to watch because it's exciting, but we're out there working on the track a lot.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to catch you now because I know it's about to start and you're going to be full on for the next, 12 hours.
12 hours. And
If
then
not
we're done
more.
and we'll go drink some beer.
Sounds good. Mate, thank you.
Thanks for everything.
No worries.
Come
Thanks
over,
for being
lights
out here.
and let's have fun.
Done deal. So you're out here to have a run in your XB. We came over because we were impressed by your Chev tow car.
Yeah.
But
It sort of outshines the B a little bit.
it does. But how are you going to go? Is this your first test hit today? Or
Yeah, first hit today. We're just running on unleaded fuel, so we're looking for a tune on unleaded.
Right.
We run last Kenda.
Yep.
We're about equal fifth, I think, in the points. So,
Right. Oh, good.
so we're at the top end, so we just need to be consistent and pull some good times. So, yeah.
So you just be testing, tuning this
Yeah,
afternoon,
testing tunes this afternoon, read the plugs, see how they're looking, see how it's working.
and then get ready for tomorrow.
Straight to the park tomorrow.
Yeah, no worries. We'll keep an eye out. We'll watch
Yeah,
you.
no, we'll have fun. We'll have the wheels up.
No worries. Thanks for having a chat.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Mate, twin turbo Hemi in this ute.
Yeah, mate.
It's pretty thick.
Got a bit of steam, yeah.
Yeah,
Got a
but
bit
you've
of steam.
had a few problems. So.
Had a few issues. Broke the diff on Thursday, fixed it last night, put the diff back in the car this morning. Made one hit, didn't leave the start line, but we're here now. We're going to run what we've rung and see what we can do.
You're still in with a chance for $5 grand,
That's
eh?
it, mate. Yeah, 100%.
What do you think of this Kenda event?
I love the Kenda event. It's really good. Like radial racing is just taken off here in Australia. It's a really exciting form of racing. It's the type of racing that everyone can come and do.
Yep.
The thing I love about it is they still look like a car. You know, you get your funny cars, you get all that sort of stuff. You know, they just don't look like a car. You've got a lot of street-looking cars here, so it's a good time.
It's a pretty cool event.
Yeah,
and,
really
late
cool.
night, eh? After last night.
Yeah, definitely. So see what we can do, roll out and have a good time. That's what we're here for.
No worries. Well, good luck tonight.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
You're out here in the Mustang.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and you've who have you drawn tonight?
Got Wade Wagstaff, so Wade just went 390 last run, so yeah, we'll see if we can give him a run this run.
And how did you feel with the testing today? How'd it go?
Still a new combo, only 7 or 8 passes in, so we're still learning a few things and making adjustments on the run, and we backed around from the last run within 30 minutes, so we haven't had a chance to change too much, but a few little adjustments, so hopefully we can stick it and give him a bit of a run. So.
And what do you think of this event, this garage
awesome,
racing?
mate. Awesome, yeah. Used to really enjoy the lights out stuff
Yep.
that we used to run here. Hasn't been on for a while, so it's the first one back like this, so really enjoy it. I enjoy it more when my car's working better. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, good luck, mate. Thank you. Thanks
No
for
worries.
talking to us.
Thanks, boys. Cheers.
See. 10 o'clock drivers briefing.
All the eyes are on you this weekend so far.
Apparently.
No pressure.
No. See how we go. Can only try.
And look, this is a great car. Look, just having a look at this thing. When you sort of see it from the stands and you have a look, like you look at the paint work that's been done on it, it just looks like a normal old 57 Chev running out there with a bit of changes, but it's all airbrushed on. There's a bit of work going into it, eh?
Yeah, no, it works well, and I mean we've had it on 10.5 tyre, big tyre, and now the radial, and yeah, it seems to be a pretty happy car all around. So
Yeah, right. And
that's good.
You did a stint in the States with it as well a little while ago?
Yeah, so it's pretty much identical as we raced it over there. Just obviously power management a bit different. So yeah, we went 379 over there. Yeah, hopefully the track comes around here and we can try and match it.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Overtakers, how you going? We've got Ben Bray here with us. He's having a ball out here. What do you reckon?
Yeah, so far so good. What have we got? 3 runs left, so the 200 still available. Still got to try and catch Wagstaff's 82, which I don't think's possible.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm still here. I'm enjoying it, and I'm smiling.
And that last run, you weren't too far off the 200, were you?
No, 198. So you know we tricked it up a little bit. I put a little bit of wing on the back of it because it started to move a bit. I'm going to go for it, I won't lie, but if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. So there's like 20 cars here that can do it. So one of us is going to get it tonight, I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
And I'd probably say this blue thing in the background, Sean Hale, he's probably got the best bet right now.
Yeah, righto. There you go.
He's
There's
only
the tip.
5 mile an hour off.
There's the tip. So, what do you reckon, Kenda again next year? We're going to bring another door?
Probably bring 2 of them out.
Bring 2?
Dad reckons that he wants to have a crack. He was a bit nervous at the start, but he says that I've sort of sorted the car out enough that he feels comfortable to come and do it. So why not?
Mate, that was great. Look, it's a real crowd pleaser, and we appreciate you bringing it out here and showing everyone.
No, thanks for having me.
We've had a live feed going, and
Yep.
everyone's calling on the live feed, wondering when you're coming out next. So
No, well, that's good. Thanks to all the fans. Enjoy it. Thanks to you guys for live feeding it so everyone can watch it. And hopefully next year we come back with something bigger, badder.
perfect. Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Guys, we've got Terry Sang here from all the way from Paramount Performance from Toowoomba. Always down here at the track, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I live here for most weekends.
Neat. Are you running 2 cars today?
I was trying to run my car as well as Kyle's, but we thrashed to get it done. We literally finished it last night, and we're having some dramas with some throttle bodies, so that's it for it today now. So
Yeah, okay. Now, I saw you run 199 mile an hour.
Yeah.
You're pretty close.
yeah,
We're trying to crack that 200, obviously.
I reckon it's here right now.
Temperature's dropping.
This is it, and there's 4 cars capable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're the 4th car. The other 3 are in front of us, but
Was there a big
So we'll
tussle
see
who
what
could get
happens.
up there first, was there?
oh, everyone was rushing around here. we got held up as we were towing around. There was a car loading, and we had to turn around and go back. And anyway, that's right. That's how it happens. But hey, you still got to do it.
Yeah.
It's still got to be done.
We've just got to wait and see. It could still be
Potential's
an
there.
offer.
It's right there now.
Nah,
for sure.
Well, there's a lot of people been on the live feed as well. You're well known
Yeah.
out there. So, yeah, it's great to see you and great you to come along and have a chat to us.
Yeah.
So, really
No
appreciate
worries.
it. Thanks, Terry.
Cheers.
back with him. He's just done it.
You know
Cracked
what?
it.
I'm sorry I lied. I did say Hale was going to do it, and I really wish he did. Them guys have worked very hard to do it. All these guys here have. But the credit to them all. They were all in the braking area. They all hugged me. They celebrated with me. It was really joyful. Mum and Dad are here. Everyone's crying. The kids, the wife, everyone's having a good time. And don't know if you can see it, but that's the time card there.
Check it out.
So 396, 201. That's the first 200. And I tell you now, Grubby gave me a pretty good drag race. He left me for dead on the start line, and I had to drive around him. So what can I say? The Kendra, Justin, and Scott for the event they've put on, man. It's ecstatic. All my sponsors have been a dream, and here we are having a good time.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoy it.
Talk to you soon.
G'day, Overtakers.
G'day, everyone. How you going? Here we are. Another week, another Overtaking live.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go. And we were back at the shows this week. Right?
We were. How good was it?
Yeah, it was great. We should just show the intro screen, like the intro slide. Start that off, like just in case you forgot where you were. This is where you are, Overtaking Lane. All right, let's start chatting. Let's start chatting. We got back to the shows.
We did. It was awesome.
Yeah,
awesome to hear the roar of engines outside of our own home.
Yeah, some cool footage. There's even some extra footage in the group.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Get over
the Facebook group.
Get over in the Overtaking Lane group on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some footage there that you may not have seen in the video from some other people.
Yep.
So great to see that and a bit of stuff getting shared in there. Thanks to all the people sharing in the group. Really appreciate that. So go check it out if you're not in there.
Yeah.
I don't know, how do you find that stuff?
Facebook.com/
There's a link on I think on the Overtaking Lane page.
Yes. I think it's actually in the description too, potentially.
Yeah? I don't know.
I think I put it there. I don't remember. Dang loves the OG vid.
Going back to the old school. I really enjoyed it too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
When I watched that, I thought, that was good. So, I actually did. I enjoyed watching it back, and it wasn't, some of those ones we go to, we're just consumed, right? Like with getting footage and trying to get an interview, all the bits and pieces, and it may take away for the event for us, but I think we still enjoyed that event.
Yes.
Because we were probably a bit laid back with the filming. We're just like, let's just grab some footage.
Mm-hmm.
And you sort of had it worked out what you wanted.
Yes. Yeah. Knew roughly how much I needed.
Yeah.
To actually film to make a video. So
you were like, I've got to get a few more shots of this, get a couple more shots of the cars.
Mm-hmm.
And the interviews were fairly easy for us because we knew the cars, and it was a brand new build, and one that we've been talking to for ages, and said we'd get him on one day, and he was right there. So we lined him up and said, You too. You're on tonight, so
Yeah.
so it was easy as well, because it can be quite hard to get some of the interviews at those shows because
people wander around to look at other cars as well.
That's right. They don't just stand at their car waiting for us to come along.
Yeah.
But if you're there, maybe you should. Just wait. No, I'm joking. Enjoy. You say some hellos.
Hello. There
There you go. Thank you.
Paul Johns said hello.
G'day,
Paul.
mate. G'day, Paul from Newcastle.
Chris Young, James Bayliss, Adam Geary, Dang, Johnny Skidpig, Bad Q Garage, Dave Ray, g'day. Nen, Gary Sparkplug. Mum's in the chat early tonight.
Yeah.
David, can you fix the heater, please? It's very toasty in here.
Hang on.
Marv, g'day Marv, how you going? Mark Biffin, Stephen Lever, FMR Salt.
G'day, Salt.
Bought a new chair.
Still comfy.
JRM Rob, g'day Rob. Brendan South.
Hey guys.
MGB Chuck from California. He's going to the
mate.
NHRA Sonoma race tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Shane Sermon.
Hey, we'd love it if you could grab a couple of pics or something while you're there and drop them over in the Facebook group if you're on Facebook. That'd be cool as. Yeah, we'd really like that. See some stuff from the States.
Definitely. Shane Sermon. Scrolling back up. Dingus. G'day, Dingus.
G'day, mate.
I think I'm caught up. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. You'll have to comment in the chat again.
So
Click. And Darren Davidson. G'day.
G'day, mate. So it says,
James Bayliss says I'd crank it up, Dave.
what am I cranking up?
The heater.
Oh, the heater. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm a bit slow on the uptake.
At least yours works.
Yeah. Yours works when it's warm.
Yeah. It's not when it's cold.
No.
If it's not winter.
Yeah, but in summer, your heater works
heater
perfectly.
will work perfect, yeah.
Yeah. Just not when it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to put it on 31 degrees and it works for about 15 minutes and then it turns off. Actually, we went to turn it on last night because it was quite cold.
Yep.
Picked out the remote, clicking through the mode button on the remote.
Yeah.
The heat mode was gone on the remote.
Just gone?
Yeah. There's no heat mode anymore.
Well, I've had enough about.
Yep. So I went, all right, that's weird. Anyways.
It was pretty chilly.
Green
last
is
couple of
nice.
mornings.
Gary, g'day.
G'day, Gary.
Certainly has been very cold the last few mornings.
A couple of new videos out too. You can check out videos on Green is Nice over on Gary's page and on Blind Garage as well. He's been editing some stuff for Jace as well. That's like a pretty epic hour-long bit from when he was over in
WA.
I think it was about 41 minutes to see him do Blind Man doing burnouts. Yeah. But yeah, no, I had that on while I was working away yesterday.
Shane Kane, g'day. Says it's a balmy 6 degrees in Yarragon, Victoria.
6? Oh, I don't know what is it right now here. I
don't think it's updated, but mine says 16 degrees.
Well, mine's
now it says 13. There you go.
11. That's actually the air conditioner tells me that outside degrees is 11.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be fairly right.
Dang said, heater. Fuck, I love one in the bunk of the truck. I might order a Max Speeding Rods diesel heater. Just make sure you use, is it code Overtaking?
Yeah, you get 15% off.
Yep.
Use it. I don't know if anyone has, but you might as well. Like, you get a discount.
Went to -3 in Pittsworth. That's how cold it got out there, Johnny said.
Yeah, I saw something about Toowoomba was feels like -6 this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was the feels like temperature.
Marf's got 2 episodes coming up this week. Been busy as the 121 is almost ready for the road. There you go. Just got to wait for Melbourne to get out of lockdown again.
Oh, yeah. And Mark Biffin's on to me, yeah. Spot on, mate. Spot on. I've rated Sally's vodka tonight. So. What have we got ahead tonight, mate? We were still chatting. Were we finished talking about the video?
Yeah, everyone should go and check it out. If you haven't watched it already, you're missing out. You need to go and give it a watch.
And see some cut sick in the group.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, it was good. It was good to cruise up there and do that. As I said in the video, HJ still had a bit of a leak in the transmission when I moved it. There was still some transmission fluid, not like before, but that was disappointing after the work put in. It was a leak at all, but I put it back up on the quick jacks before I washed it to take it up there, and they were pretty loose again. So, and my cousin Steve, he said make sure you get back under there and check them again. They will loosen off, and they certainly did. So, nipped them back up to 12, what they said, but hopefully
nothing more
hopefully
now.
they stay there. Yeah.
Daniel Ward, g'day.
G'day, mate. G'day. You're stuck. I was just reading before, actually. Dan was looking to do some testing this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Can't make it now, but he did sell his space.
It's gone. Someone grabbed it. Yeah. So
Webby bought it.
Oh, good. That saves him wasting his money on nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But border closures. So we're borders hard lockdown again.
Yeah.
That's I'm on Top Chat too. I've got to change that thing.
Reaper Lux, g'day. How you going?
Change that thing from Top Chat to Live Chat. There you go. All right. 8 in Gladstone. There you go, mate. That's pretty cold up there, I would imagine. I was talking to someone in Cairns as well. They said it was 18 this morning in Cairns. They were pretty cold. Had a beanie on and a jumper.
At 18. Wow.
Yeah, classic. So, but what are we?
G'day, Crazy VM.
What are we up to? G'day, mate. G'day. Won't be so much. Can't see. He's like Blind Garage at the moment. There you go.
Johnny says Loctite is your friend, Dave.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was commenting to Dave Ray, and I did say, will it hurt it if I put a bit of Loctite on there? I think that's what it needs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Adam says after lockdown, OTL road trip.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know what I'm doing these days. Everything's like full on. Prices are going crazy. Maybe even thinking of selling up the OTL HQ headquarters.
Yeah.
All this, thinking maybe. I don't know. Am I mad to sell it up?
No, I don't think so.
You reckon we need a bigger OTL headquarters?
Yeah. Somewhere we can fit a full hoist.
A full hoist?
Full hoist.
Oh.
A full hoist.
A full hoist?
A full one.
A full one?
Yeah.
You don't like carting the quick jacks around. They're heavy.
They're all right.
But they are a bit heavy, aren't they?
They are.
And then maybe.
You know, can you imagine how... I feel like that job that we did probably would have been a bit easier if we had a hoist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Although I don't mind laying down under the car. That's probably pretty comfy for me as well.
I mean, you could still lay down under the car if you wanted with the hoist. You just don't put it all the way up.
Bring it back down. I'll lay on the floor. Bring it down to me. All right, put it up. I'm getting up. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
And then I don't have to slide out. I can just stand up. Put the car up, Tyler. Is that me getting really lazy?
Yeah.
That's about normal. I can see that happening.
Even Mum says we need a bigger shed.
Yeah, this is getting pretty full. Yeah,
It's a long walk for me to get out now and to walk all the way around.
Nobody can see how closed in we are here now, but you can see. There's a picture actually yesterday on Right Lane Print in media over on there, and you can see this space from a different angle, and you can actually see that it's not so big. Like we can't even get to the camera from where it is, can we?
No, we can't.
Ego boost.
Make sure your nuts are correctly torqued with shrinkage in the cold weather.
Thanks, Dingus, for
Thanks,
the $5.
mate. Thank you. That's a good. Yeah, that put me way off.
Mark Biffin says sheds are never big enough.
No, this was like so much room before, but yeah, I don't know. Like we could do a bit more with some shelving and get a bit more storage and stuff in here. Get rid of some stuff like your back seat out of your car. You could probably take that home. You want to take that home tonight?
Oh, you can play your in hands,
right? Yeah. So we're, I don't know, just filling it up with a whole new venture, which has been a lot of fun for me. So got a bit of everything going.
Yeah.
Between Right Lane Print and Media and Made For You Creations. We've got everything covered now. I think there's nothing we cannot do.
Basically.
From printing, vinyl, sublimation, shirts, the lot.
Yeah.
Hats, everything. I think we've got it all covered now. We've got to probably learn how to use everything properly, and that's our venture. But, yeah, we're making it happen.
There you go. Shane Sermon in the chat says, give me a shout if you want me to do an appraisal. I'm just about out of stock. The market is crazy hot.
Yeah, right. Well, I've had 3 real estates chasing me in the last week or 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Do you want to put it on the market? So, but yeah, Shane, there's a fair bit of interest in the area down here. So, anyways, we got to.
G'day, Paige.
What else have we got to talk about?
The show.
The show.
Car news and stuff.
Oh yeah,
stuff and things.
Oh, that's what we're here for.
I
forgot about that. Did I get the numbers right? The count? Hey?
Good question. I think you did, yes.
I'm pretty sure I did.
So.
I increased it by 1, so I should be right. If I had it right last week, then we're okay. Episode 104 of the live YouTube show, podcast number 47. If you're watching on the podcast, no, you're not watching at all on the podcast, are they?
No.
If you're listening on the podcast, then
maybe they're sitting there watching their Spotify screens.
Maybe, but all the
time tick along.
All the stuff will be on in the show notes. And everything we talk about tonight in the news. And actually, we've got some good car news this week. Some weeks we struggle for good content, but I think there's some good stories there tonight. And if we talk about something and it's a visual, you can find the links to all of that in the show notes. Don't forget to support us with the merch, all the merch. Schumacher,
Benson Hedges, g'day.
Merchandise.
He says, same here. I rent off my father, though, so I just throw those letters away.
All the merch. Yep. I reckon. You might hear it here now, right now. We fix it up tomorrow and get on the website tomorrow for all the current stock of what we've got there. We're going to do a sale.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Sale on all our current merch stocks.
Clear out sale.
Shirts and hats.
Yep.
We're going to drop some price on them. So tomorrow, watch out on the website if you can.
Overtakinglane.com.au.
Don't forget FMR. Finance my ride.
That is correct. Don't forget about it.
Hit myself up. Hit Soldy up if you're after some finance as well.
Paul says I'm podcast all the time because I can't see his.
Well, the show notes aren't going to help you either for that, but we'll do our best to explain it as we go. Before we jump into the news, though, Tom, we have something else. What are you watching?
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 Tell us. What are you watching? What are you watching?
No, nothing.
Oh.
Not a lot. I've been trying to catch up on stuff. Oh,
Gears
sorry.
and Gasoline is what I've been watching.
I forgot I had to click the button.
We
Thanks.
got JDM versus Euro, $5,000 drag challenge going on over there up against Humble Mechanic.
No, I have not seen this.
You need to get on there and watch it. Gears and Gasoline do some awesome content.
JDM
versus Euro.
Versus Euro. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like JDM versus Muscle, but maybe we could do that.
Maybe we could. I don't even know what's going to win though.
Muscle.
Boost, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
And get the laptop in the car. Dad's winning. Change it to manifold on the new dash.
Fast and Furious style. you checker plate flooring will be flying out. Monica.
And then it turns out you installed nitrous and you roll past me and go, too soon, Junior.
Yes. Oh, funny. But no, they're doing JDM versus Euro. Tell me about JDM versus Euro.
Well, there's a $5,000 budget and they're going up against each other to see who can build the better drag car with their car.
Do we know what cars they're using at this point?
I believe one of them is a Civic from their thumbnail. I haven't finished watching the video yet. I started watching it today. And the other one from the other thumbnail looks like a Volkswagen. So you're going to watch part one on Gears and Gasoline's channel, and then part two is on Humble Mechanic.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two channels in that Humble
Yes.
Mechanic. I don't think I've ever seen Humble Mechanic. I've watched Gears and Gasoline.
Yes, they did the two RX-7s travelling across the United States.
Oh, was that there? But
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've watched that.
That was Gears and Gasoline. They did that. Not Humble Mechanic.
Oh,
but,
no, sorry. That's what I was going to say.
but yeah, but that's like, that's one of the series they've done. They've done the Tesla versus a race car. And
Yeah, I've watched Gears and Gasoline, but I've not
like
watched Humble Mechanic.
Mm.
Have you watched Humble Mechanic before?
I have not.
So that's new.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there you go.
Reaper Lux has been watching Shed King.
Yes. So you grabbed some, got the merch today. I saw your post.
Chris Young says he's been watching Jacob C. Icelandic Formula Off-Road.
Oh, that's new for me anyway. Not one I've seen.
Shane Sermon's been watching the Lloyd's Classic Car Auction catalogue.
They had a big auction last week too down at 782. 782 Motors had a massive auction. He had a lot of cars in there. It was a massive number of cars. I don't know what they all went for in the end. I missed the final bids, but yeah.
Click says, I only got 1 MU, 5 Gems, 1 Kubota, 1 DB, 1 Hawk, 1 Minx, 1 Hillman, and a 5-foot flatbed. Need a bigger shed.
Mate, you do. The Hillman as well. That's cool.
And Marv says, I got some stories this week. Let's see if you found the story that made me laugh at Tyler's boat.
No.
And Bad Q Garage has been watching Shed Sesh. Shed Sesh. Good channel in Victoria.
Okay.
MGB Chuck says, what do I watch? Lots of Motormania TV, big money bracket racing, NHRA stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Motormania. Yep, watch them. Watch a lot of Motormania and Bang Shift. That's all like a weekend mornings.
Yeah,
isn't it? You'll pop around here and that'll be on the
shed
the shed TV, and then we'll have to turn it down if we're filming something.
Yeah,
and then we don't really see it and miss most of it.
Yeah,
and then go, oh, it's over.
Yeah,
yeah.
And look up there and it's on the end screen.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a weekend mornings in the shed here for us. Right.
Chris Young says, Dave, you need to watch. They do sand drags as well. Brad's been watching Colin Firth. He's digging a massive tunnel from his house to his shed.
Really? Hey, well, I could do that. Not a massive tunnel, but it's only like a couple of meters.
Yeah.
But I could handle it.
Well, you could ask Shane, would a tunnel from the house to the shed increase the real estate listing?
Not if it's not reinforced. I think there could be an issue there.
G'day, Beck.
Hey, Beck. How you going?
James has been watching
we'll
VinWiki and a bit of Tomographic.
I don't mind watching a bit of VinWiki here and there. Yeah, that'll slip in. Just, some interesting story will pop up occasionally, and I'll watch that. There's some good ones, actually. Yeah. I don't know what my favourite would be on the VinWiki, but there's nothing new for me for the last week. I watched A bit of Cletus because I wanted to see him stack his boat.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I haven't. No, I haven't watched Cletus for a little bit actually.
Yeah, I knew that was coming, and I think it'll get worse yet. There'll be someone who'll get hurt there at some point. But yeah, no, I haven't had a lot of time on the TV. Not much at all. I probably should get the. I don't get the TV cranking out here at night.
No, you need to.
I do.
Well, you see, my thing now is I work during the day.
Yep.
And then I'll go and sit on the couch.
Your thing now.
And then
is it a new thing?
Well, this is what is happening now. Is I'll work during the day and then I'll go and sit on the couch.
I was just going to say, your boss is what he's like. Why haven't you been working all the time?
No,
Why is this?
Probably should rephrase it. This is the new thing. Is after work, after my work day is done, because we've got a new project on.
Yep.
After work, I'll go and sit on the couch, put on some YouTube, and fall asleep.
Yeah. Okay. And before work's done, you'll sit at work and fall asleep.
No,
no,
no, do me work. Got to get it done.
I've been busy printing,
and then also building someone else's website.
Yeah,
you've been after hours.
You've been doing that. Talk to Bad Q. He'll help you out. Should I show some of the stuff we've been printing?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I've been.
Yeah, I helped you this afternoon. I held the ruler so you could cut it.
Can we see those?
But anyone who's been watching on Right Lane Print Media would have seen this one.
That one? Tony's VK.
The VK.
These ones I've got to get to the post office tomorrow, if anyone probably can't hear me. But
the Bad Q, not Bad Q.
No
Good Garage, sorry.
No Good Garage.
The Kinga.
Matty Goods. Kinga.
Yeah. People would have seen that one in the videos. G'day, Roy.
I have a couple of sneak peeks here.
The Ute poster.
Woo.
Doing a full track clutch destruction. See ya, MGB. If you get any photos at the drags, make sure to post them up.
What about this one's probably no one's probably interested in that one.
I think they're all interested in that one. You know what shirt's more popular on the website, don't you?
That's come out so good.
There's a very high chance that these may be popping up on the Overtaking Lane website very soon. There's some limited edition posters of the cars.
That one. Which is your favourite out of? You got two Skyline ones.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there's another one I haven't printed yet.
Yeah.
They're sitting there ready to go in frames later tonight if Dave doesn't have too many drinks. Otherwise, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, Bad Q in the chat says the Skyline is the best. I told you.
It's a pretty good print. It does look really good.
But yes, these including the HJ poster as well will also go up on the Overtaking Lane shop very soon for people to purchase some limited edition OTL posters.
And we've also I'm doing heaps. Like people are getting their cars like Tony. That's
Or if you wanted your car, that's where you go and see Right Lane Print Media.
I can do anything. Any car, send it through. We can draw it up, print it up. And then you've got a vector of your car as well. Once we do that initial one, and then you can get your get your poster. We can you can frame it yourself if you want. It'll be cheaper that way. Or if you're close enough to pick it up, then you could get it framed. I can frame it all for you. It'd be probably a bit too pricey on the freight to send it framed.
Yeah.
And then where was I going with all that? Oh yeah, once I've got the car drawn up, and we've got that.
Then you don't need to get it drawn again.
You can use it. You could have
logos and whatnot.
Yeah, stickers, shirts, anything you want. It's a vectorized image, and it'll do from this big to however big you want to go. You can do your entire Landry wall with it if you wanted to.
Nan is right. Nan, Paige, I know you're listening. She'll probably have it on the TV. It says, for your lounge room wall. That is correct. That's where it's going to go.
The skylines are going on your lounge room wall?
Yep.
They're your two, aren't they? The two we showed tonight are your two.
I hope so. I guess if you want them, you can have them.
No,
you're going to hang them up.
You got to pay for the frames, but
you can hang them up in your house and look at the faster car if you want.
I think they're going to end up in my house. I was going to print them the other way. I did landscape with yours, but I was going to do something portrait and then have like 4 of them all together on one of the walls inside, because you mentioned that to me.
Yep.
I thought that was a good idea. But I do have Goodies Kinga and the HJ inside. They look pretty good in there, framed up. So
James Bayless says, where did you get to with the full frontal HQ with the blower?
I still haven't finished that one because I'm now doing heaps of others. Can't see where we're at with others, but it'll be too hard to show probably. Can anyone see that one? Can't really see it, can you?
No, it doesn't really come through.
Oh, that's where we're at. So we're 3/4 of the way through. Can you see that one? You haven't seen it.
No, I think he's talking about the one you were
I know
drawing
the
up,
one,
the
but I know the
blower.
one, but that's because I'm doing this one.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm doing a HZ at the moment. So yeah, the HQ blow-on HQ's been put on back burner.
Darren said, "Are they XE to do, Dave?"
Completely vectorized to do into a poster form. Vectorized, framed, printed. You then own that image as well, that vector image for about, I think, what did I say tonight? We had a special, $175. Yep, that's for a framed one.
Yeah, but it is of course cheaper if you don't go the framed route.
Yep.
You can then get the frame yourself, or you can just hang it up as a poster.
Yep. I'd get a frame. They look so much better in the frame, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can point in a direction of good price frame and stuff like that. Or we've been doing photos as well, but I'm way off track. This is nothing about overtaking.
Paige is in the chat saying, no.
What, no to in the lounge room wall?
Yeah.
One each side. Like, can they fit somewhere like on either side of the TV up there? Like,
they might.
Wouldn't that look good? Looking at them all the time, you could just kick back and, no, I'm not even watching the TV. I'm looking at the cool skyline picture. Hey? You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon so.
You can. We can send that image across to her now and she could sublimate it onto something for you as well.
You could.
Sublimate some stubby holders.
Yeah.
Some skyline stubby holders. There's a project page.
Carnage. G'day, how you going?
Hey, bro. So, yeah, no, there's plenty of cool stuff you can do. But I'm way off track. Sorry, we're not meant to be talking about that. We're meant to be talking about Overtaking Lane. Sorry. It's been consuming me, though. That's the end of that.
What are you watching?
Ooh, that's the end of what are you watching?
What are you watching?
What are?
Tell us. What are you watching?
Okay. No, let's start it. No, let's finish it. We're not watching anything now. We've finished that segment. We're going to talk some news. Car news. Have you got your latest and greatest fix on the news? Because here it is. Overtaking Lane.
Paul John says, can you print them in Braille?
No, I don't have a Braille printer. I've got everything else, but yeah, that we don't have. No. All right, storyteller, story, news. Supercars.
Oh, like Lamborghinis and stuff.
V8 supercars.
Oh. No, it's the VA, VA. It's not V8 anymore.
Supercars. Supercars, big news from Supercars. Have you heard the big news from Supercars?
No, I did.
Oh, Queensland Raceway.
Oh, I didn't hear that one. I did hear they're coming to Queensland, though.
Yes, Queensland Raceway.
No, they're coming to the Paul Morris's track out of Norwell.
Yep.
I believe.
Well, they're also going to be racing at Queensland Raceway.
There you go.
Are they going to have a race at Norwell?
I thought they were.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that there is some news? You
Let me just do some Googling while you talk about this.
Well, okay.
Unless I'm just going crazy and dream this up at some point.
Queensland Raceway, the racing is coming. They're talking about. They've confirmed that talks are underway to return to Queensland Raceway for racing of the V8 supercars on the weekend of 21st, 22nd of August.
There we go.
Yeah. You not picked up on any issues here?
Oh, it's Jamboree.
There is an issue there, isn't there?
There is certainly an issue, yes.
So the weekend of 21st, 22nd of August, they're going to be at QR racing V8 supercars. When we've already got a massive event happening at the Ipswich Willowbank Dragway.
Mm-hmm.
That makes things difficult. We've just been in talks.
Maybe I just dreamed this up. I can't find anything about it.
Maybe you did, because I hadn't heard that one. So, tell us the story. You read the story for us.
Supercars can today confirm that it intends to return to Queensland Raceway in August in what would be the 8th round of the 2021 Repco Supercars Championship. In a win for Queensland fans, Supercars plans to hold the event as a 2-day, 3-race weekend across 21-22 of August. It follows last week's announcement that the Bow Repairs Sydney Super Night will shift to a later date in the calendar due to the current COVID situation. Supercars CEO Sean Seamer thanked Queensland Raceway for welcoming back the Supercars field. Sincere thanks to John Tetley and the team at QR for accommodating us and helping to keep the championship progressing throughout 2021. Queensland Raceway owner John Tetley said he was thrilled to offer the Ipswich racetrack to the series amid the current COVID-19 pandemic, resulting in changes to the calendar. During the COVID-caused turmoil of 2020, Supercars had hoped to race here, but external factors prevented the two of us delivering a race weekend last year. This year, things are reversed, and the flexibility of our two organisations offer the perfect opportunity to bring things together for the Southeast Queensland fans.
Look, and that's great.
Mm-hmm.
It is good. Mind you, QR wasn't good enough.
No.
So a little while ago.
Not too long ago.
Not too long ago, QR was not good enough to run V8 supercars.
Mm-hmm.
But now, of course, it is. But it is a bummer for us because we don't know. It's a slight issue because we've just been in talks with Jamboree to confirm bringing a free live stream from Jamboree.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
For 21st, 22nd of August. They've been wanting to do a free live stream. We've been talking to them for a while. It was possibly a pay-per-view stream, but now with the
COVID restrictions and whatnot,
they wanted to do a free stream.
Mm-hmm. So those who can't make it can still watch.
Yep. So we were able to do that, but now we just don't know. We just don't know where we're at.
Yeah.
So they're doing, lots of talking of what they're going to do and planning, and we don't know.
Mark Biffin says no traffic issues at Willowbank that weekend.
Oh man. But that's going to hurt. Like they obviously spend a lot of money to put an event like that on. Jamboree's pretty big.
Yeah.
Like it's a big event, right?
Yeah. They're there for 4 or 5 days.
Yep. 5 days. Starts Wednesday.
Yep.
It's a 5-day event.
And not only are they already going to get hurt by the fact that a lot of their competitors won't be able to make it because of the COVID restrictions, right? So.
And they do a lot of off-track entertainment as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Like they actually have quite a lot of stuff going on at Jamboree.
They do.
I think it's one of the largest sports compact events in the world. Would I be right in saying that? You think?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Look, I think it is. It's it's massive, and we've just got the option to bring at least Saturday, Sunday, the main 2 days for free live stream out for everyone, and then we don't know what will happen now. So,
Call of Org says it's a no-brainer. Jambo, it is.
yeah, I'm with you, man. We want Jambo. but they'll never knock back supercars either, right? So now does Jambo move? Do they cancel? They're already losing a lot of money running it with only Queensland. V8 Supercars has got all the TV rights.
Yeah.
They're going to make money from TV rights.
Yeah.
That's where, they get the money from KO, Foxtel, and all that, right?
Yeah.
Pay TV subscriptions and TV rights. That's where everything is, right? This is why we've got a battle to make sure the football stays on and all the different sports events. It's all to do with TV rights. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not because these people really want to get out there and think that they need to be away from their family and be in lockdown so that they can play football. No, it's for TV rights.
Yeah.
It's for the money that's involved in the background for these sports. Jamboree doesn't have that. The money is sourced from
themselves
from them and from the races that are in it, right? So
shout out to Esther for Chris Young.
G'day Esther. Shout outs. How you going? Hope you're well. So fingers crossed that something works out here. I don't know. I would think that this is probably the nail in the coffin for Jamboree. This is probably what they're thinking. No, they're like, oh, we'll press ahead. We're going to lose all. They have a lot of people in a state for that event.
Yes. I think Click's giving the finger to supercars. Yeah. And it could also be Sports Compact. I don't know.
Which is it? Oh, no. They rely pretty much on interstate. A lot of those cars come out of New South Wales and out of Melbourne.
Yeah.
None of them are able to come. Straight up.
Yeah.
I don't see that changing between now and then.
Probably not.
And
not with the border closing now.
Nah, it's unlikely. So. You could hope that it would be open in time, but then teams are probably going to pull out anyway because they've got very little time to prepare because they weren't sure whether they were going or not. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So that's going to be very depressing. Very depressing. We've just they were even they were even funding us to get more cameras. Done that. We really don't want this event to go.
Yes.
We're hoping it goes ahead. Possible start line roaming camera as well as our trackside cameras. Yeah, a lot happening.
Mark Biffin says supercars at Lakeside. Now there's a thought.
Yeah. I don't think they'd do it.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's but yeah, I don't know. We'll wait and see where it ends up. But that's the news. Yeah, you didn't know that about the supercars, so that's news for you.
I heard they were coming to Queensland, but for some reason I thought it was going to Norway.
We didn't know it was going to be on Jambo weekend, so now I've just dropped a bomb on you because you're prepared for.
For some reason, I thought it was going to be at Norwell for whatever reason.
Well, you're all prepared to film Jambo, right?
Yeah.
We just got to wait and see what happens. It's
of course
up in the air for those guys, and that's a big blow for them. They're doing everything they can to continue with an event that's probably going to cost them money to run, and then they cop that.
Yeah.
It's like a bit of a kick in the guts, really, isn't it?
It certainly is.
I do feel for them trying to organise it and go through that.
They've got big advertisements going out for it as well.
They've already spent lots of money.
Yeah.
They're very hard. Well, yeah, I just thought instead of telling you about it, I'd just make it a news story.
There you go.
And explain it to you that way, what's happening. Nothing like a bit of live drama.
Darren Davidson says Burnout comp at the Brizzy Olympics 2032.
Yes, plenty of time to plan for that one.
G'day, Scotty S.
We may have just dropped $3,000 on some new camera equipment that we don't now need. Well, we will. Well, it won't stop.
We'll eventually.
But yeah, thank you very much to V8 Supercars. Anyways, should we move on?
Hopefully it opens back up for you, Dang. Fingers crossed.
When's that?
For the road trip.
Road trip. We've got till November.
Should be okay.
We certainly hope so.
Mm.
Oh, man. But it's just like up and down, and we just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. What do we got?
What's up next?
Group C, Group A. I'm missing it. Oh, what's up next? We're up to that part. Here's another depressing story. I'm just filling you with depressing news tonight, Tyler. Now,
Sad now.
Hey?
Sad now.
Sad now? Well, you would be if you were in California. Sad trombone. If you were in California, mate, your car would not be passing.
Probably not, no.
We're a long way from passing, I guess. But one thing you've got is, well, you don't even have a factory ECU for a start. Secondly, you've got an ECU tune.
Yep. Yeah.
You now...
California are cracking down on ECU tuning.
Yeah. So they'll like test you to see that you haven't modified the factory tune in any way.
Today, the state's Bureau of Automotive Repair will check for ECU tunes during their biennial smog checks in California. Cars will fail and be refused registration if inspectors discover software is not OEM supplied or approved via a California Air Resources Board, or CARB, executive order. A bit of an ironic name there, CARB. Found owners will have to restore the software to an OEM version prior to reinspection. Is that where you just have two tunes? One's like the factory tune.
I guess so. They're going to be... But, if you're not tuning yourself and you go and taking it somewhere to get tuned, you're not going to be dropping your bucks on it every time to get it swapped back.
No, you just get them to put it in there.
Twice a year. Yeah, but it's easy enough if you got a aftermarket ECU to swap it around, but you're not allowed to have that.
True.
So if you're tuning your factory ECU...
True.
Hey? This is this RPM Act that's happening, and EPA. I think of this as EPA, and on Simpsons episode. EPA.
That's in the movie. Simpsons
That's
movie.
That's the Simpsons movie, yeah. But that's what it's like, right? So,
according to a post by the industry body SEMA, the bar was granted authority to perform such checks in 2013 and has been collecting information from inspected ECUs since 2015. The data collected includes ECU software file names, which will likely form the basis for identifying aftermarket software.
they've been picking up on all the stuff that is aftermarket tunes and logging it and getting data on it.
Mm-hmm.
And now they crack down on it.
Bar staff have expressed confidence that non-tuning ECU modifications, such as aftermarket wheel and tyre calibrations, would not result in failed inspections. I'd hope that changing your wheels and tyres wouldn't make you fail a smog check.
Yeah. Well, in California, once a vehicle's 4 years old, it must face a smog check before it's sold to a new owner. Once the car is 8 years old, the test becomes mandatory every 2 years. Some exemptions apply, such as vehicles made in 75 or earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a range of companies that are providing CARB-approved parts in California and other states, which have adopted similar emissions rules, such as air intake maker K&N. Some ECU tunes are already permissible, provided they have earned a CARB executive order number. So you're buying off the shelf tunes that are approved tunes.
Yeah.
Not yeah.
The first Californian smog check system was implemented in 1984. As of 2019, 30 million vehicles registered in the state, which has the most vehicles of any in the US. Studies have shown California's polluted air causes up to 19,000 premature deaths per year. Wow. It's a fair few, but that's not obviously not just from cars. It'd be manufacturing and whatnot as well that goes into that.
So I don't know how many comments I've missed here, but there was one saying, funny how Haltech or Holley is more efficient than a stock tune. Yeah, that is true. It doesn't matter that you've got a more efficient tune or a tune that would actually cut down on smog if it's not approved.
I'm sure if you pass your smog check, maybe, I don't know.
No. If it's not an approved, like, what do they say? An approved, carb-approved tune, then no. It won't go through. Like, it's got to go through a process to be carb-approved. Where's the Hoff at? All this tuning talk. This is a story out of whichcar.com.au, Street Machine as well. Drop those in the show notes.
I just said there was 30 million cars registered in California. Now, take a guess at how many are registered in the whole of Australia.
2.6. No, it's got to be more than that. 26 million.
No. 20.1.
20.1.
30 million in one state in the US. And we don't even have 30 million in Australia as a whole.
There you go.
Obviously, we don't have as many people, but I think California probably has more population than Australia.
What else have I missed in the comments there, Tyler, about that? I look for OBD codes, says Roy. That's what they'd be chasing.
There's
Mark
25
says
million.
USA can keep guns and the EPA stuff are rubbish, but it's everything usually follows.
Mm-hmm.
We
usually follow America.
We always seem to follow, and that's why it's one of the things that I've been talking about and discussing the RPM Act, even though it doesn't affect us here in Australia. It's something that I do talk about on the channel because I do think that at some point it could affect us. If they lose the battle over there and it becomes standard, everywhere else in the world will soon eventually follow.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. That's the problem. Yeah. Laws that California started years ago, but the rest of America is now adopting the RPM stuff. Yep.
Pono 888. It says has the most illegal and most stolen cars also.
Yeah, I bet it does. What else we got in the comments, mate? There's a heap of comments there, I think.
Dang says way too many people in California. I can't even cope with the population in Australia.
Rob, JRM Auto Garage, Super Dynamics says, I'm sure there is a fee that must be paid to get the approval. Yeah, there would be. Mm-hmm. For sure there would be. 100%, I think he's right.
Marv says, my mate in Connecticut also says state overrides the EPA, so it can be belching smog so long as it passes state checks.
Okay. Obviously, Florida's having a lot of issues because we see a lot of the YouTube channels around that Florida area, which we've been talking about, PFI Speed and mental blank. Who's the truck? JH, yep. JH Diesel. Those guys all been hit with big fines.
Pono says if you can't find it in Cali, then it's not available.
Yeah.
G'day, Zane. Afternoon, everyone. I've been here the whole time and totally not watching the videos because I forgot it was Thursday.
Oh no, you're in trouble then. Yeah, Mark, if it's a summit, Jegs, Holly, the list goes on. All throwing bucket loads of money to overturn it. Yeah, they are, and SEMA. So the SEMA Act, you can, I think you can Google the SEMA Act, and there's a online petition and stuff there. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Or I think actually if you Google the RPM Act, the SEMA have now got the top spot.
Yeah.
On the Google rankings. You know all that stuff.
Yeah.
SEO stuff. But the SEMA petition has the top spot, I think, on the RPM Act, or it did.
Probably still does.
I didn't know whether you were testing me then.
No. Marv says PFI speed is Colorado.
Oh, they're Colorado. There you go. I should know that. So so it is a bit wider. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't come our way. But we do need to be aware of it and keep an eye on it.
And Scotty S says PFI and JH, that's federal.
Because they're everywhere. Okay, they come under that because they're selling to everywhere. Yes, be aware of it. Keep your eye on it. I don't know whether we can sign the SEMA petition. I don't know. I haven't. We'll suss that out and maybe talk about that next week. But it's a big thing. All right. You got another story, mate? By the looks of that.
Yep.
Speedos.
Common myths about your car's
What
speedometer.
do you know about Speedos, mate?
That I plugged mine in backwards.
Did that mean you were doing minus 100 when you were down the highway?
No, it didn't show anything. So I plugged it in reverse. The computer didn't get any data.
So luckily,
I did get told if I plugged,
get data.
I did get told if both of them were plugged in backwards, then it would read in reverse polarity, and then I would get negative speed.
Oh, they said that. Did you tell them that you plugged it in?
No, I was talking to a couple of friends about it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I had one end was plugged in correctly, which was plugged in by PowerTune, not me. Then my end was not correctly pinned. It is now. It works now.
Okay. We may be giving away future videos. But speedometers. We're going to do a future video on speedometers.
Common myth about car speedos.
Yeah. You know, they always read over, right?
Like always, like 10, 15 Ks, 30 Ks, you know.
You're doing 100, you're only doing 90.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
You know, cruise control cars, it's what they do, right?
Well, my D-Max does. It's like at least 12 Ks off, if not more, at 100.
Zane says, how good's the Olympic Games? Can't wait to qualify for the spanner toss. Roy says, Speedos don't look good on me.
Wrong Speedo, Roy. Wrong Speedo. Speedometer. So, yeah, they're always... I know the D-Max is way out. Like, you're well under. And if you're...
James?
If you're watching your Speedo and a
Mopar man, g'day.
GPS thing at the same time, right?
Yeah.
What do you call those things? Like Waze or something like that,
Yeah, something that gets you speed from GPS. So drivers who have long thought that they could get away with letting their Speedo drift a few kilometres over the limit might want to think again. Well, there is a commonly held belief that all car speedometers are set to give a higher reading than the vehicle's actual speed.
I believe that.
Motoring body RACQ has warned otherwise. Previously, national vehicle standards stipulated that a car's speedo could be within 10% of how fast the vehicle was actually travelling. So at a speed of 100 kilometres an hour, the speedo could legally indicate a speed of anywhere between 90 and 110 kilometres per hour. Those requirements were tossed out and replaced in 2006, but some drivers may have not been aware of what the update actually meant for car manufacturers. All new vehicles from July 2007 were subject to much tougher accuracy standards that banned speedos from indicating a speed less than the vehicle's true speed. They are instead allowed to only indicate either an accurate reading or one faster than the actual speed, and by no more than 10% plus 4 kilometres per hour.
Have you ever heard this?
No.
Now, how does this work? You read this.
That means at a true speed of 100 kilometres an hour, a car's speedometer must read 100 kilometres an hour or no more than 114 kilometres per hour.
That cannot be right. You can't do that. If you... So at 100, it reads 100. Oh, no, okay, so you would be going slow. Yeah. You're not doing 100. Sorry, I'm thinking of the other way. I was thinking of the other way. I'm thinking you're doing 114, but you're only doing 100.
Yeah.
No, the other way. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Drivers have been warned not to feel safe accelerating over what their speedometer reads, as there's no way of knowing how accurately it has been calibrated.
Well, that's about how far the D-Max is out.
Mm.
I reckon it's close to 114.
Yeah.
Like it's about 12k out of 100, something like that.
Well, we worked out mine's about 2 K's out in the skyline.
Yours is about 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone got any worse than that in their car? What they believe is worse?
Carnage says Mitsubishi Challenger is about 10k out and Courier is 15k.
15's massive.
Dozens of motorists shared on social media how they had proven time and time again that their Speedo was way off by using a GPS device.
Mm. Do you think that's right, that it could be up to 10% plus 4?
I guess if it's the law, right?
But that means when you're travelling down the M1 at 110...
You're doing 100
You're doing 98.
No. Oh, yeah. No, 100 and...
Your Speedo's reading 110.
You could be doing 100.
Yeah.
Or 96.
110, 10 plus 11 plus 4.
Yeah. Like 95 then.
Now, that's dangerous. Do you agree that that would be dangerous? That when you're in a 110 zone and then you're doing 95, that is also dangerous? Yeah. Doing 95 in a 110 zone is dangerous, right?
Yeah. If everyone just drove to the speed limit, there would be a lot less accidents on the motorway.
Have we just got to change things and just go, all right, just everything's just GPS speed now? Why don't they just... Do you think that they should maybe just change all the Speedos over in new cars to GPS speed? I wonder what a Tesla works on.
Yeah, probably GPS. I'd say it probably is GPS.
Yeah.
Rob says mine with stock 17-inch rims is 10 kilometres out, but with my 18s, it's spot on.
There you go. But stock, it's out.
Mm.
So, yeah, it just doesn't seem right.
Zane says, so you're saying, Tyler, that when I'm doing 180 kilometres, I should be worried that it is reading incorrectly.
Yes, it will be 10% plus 4, so it'll be 18k slower plus 4, so you're actually 22k slower.
Yeah, so you're only doing,
158.
Yeah.
You're slow, mate. Too slow. Too slow. Go home, pizza boy. That's just not going to happen. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right, does it?
Mm.
So you're pretty happy about your 180 speed down the back straight at QR now, but you're not. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you're not.
Maybe
you're not that far out, but you're allowed to be that far out.
Yeah. Many reported discovering that variations of their speed of between 2k's an hour to 10k's an hour. Some argued it was unsafe to have vehicles on roads with such wide diversity of speedo readings. It should be a law that manufacturers produce cars with accurate speedos.
Yes.
It's part of the problem. Drivers doing 92 to 93 kilometres per hour in a 100 kilometre an hour zone think they are doing the speed limit.
Yes, I know people have just argued
another
that.
said, wish it could be fixed to read the correct speed. This logic is just as bad as setting a clock fast so you run on time.
James Bales is spot on up until 80, then goes 5k out.
Zane says, my Speedo goes funny in school zones apparently. Looks fine to me, but the officer was driving it, so he knows best.
He was capturing you. But slower can be just as dangerous as faster.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, every K over's a killer, but...
Yep. Yeah, that's what I mean by, like, if everyone just did the speed limit...
Yeah.
There would be probably more, less accidents on the highway.
Yep. And those people that love to merge at 80. How many people merge at 80 on the M1 at 110 zone?
There's people that merge at 80, or actually the other night left at in whatever time that was, and people were merging on the highway at 70 k's an hour, and it's nighttime. There's no one on the highway.
There was no one to even merge into. It was just like, speed up, man. This is my runway. It's the on ramp. I could gas it to 110 here legally. Boost. You can hit boost.
Zane says, I told you I wasn't speeding, officer. I was using math to do the correct speed.
Yes. I was adding 10% plus 4.
Steel Burnout says, Speedos being out brings up the services and warranty quicker.
Scotty Sherrington uses GPS Speedo. Everyone is lower to some extent. Yeah, and that's the biggest issue on the M1, says Rob. People think they're doing 110, but they're only doing 100.
Zane says, every kilometre under is a saver. Let's all drive slow and resurrect.
Roy says Hatsu Schrader used to say he was going way faster. Some good comments there. That was a good one. I think I told you we had some good news stories tonight. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, it's good. Chris Young says the wife here, and yeah, I agree with what you were saying. We are in miles per hour, and we got little speed monitor things dotted around where we live, and my Speedo says one thing and the monitor says another.
Yeah, it's way off. I don't know. Surely you'd have Waze. Do you have the Waze app? I can't see why you wouldn't. It's like Google Maps, right? That's everywhere.
Yeah, it's owned by Google.
Yeah, but it's everywhere in the world. It's not, not an Aussie thing. Waze is not an Aussie thing, yeah? No. Anyway.
Dang says, yeah, fair enough in a B double, but if you're in a twin turbo V8 towing a van, merge at F and 100.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I find that the trucks are trying to merge at the right speed too. They don't seem to have an issue with it. Except for the car drivers that are going too slow, which, yeah. I followed one down the M1 the other day when I went to pick that up. He was just coming up on car, and he was doing the speed limit, right? Because I was in the far lane, but I was just sitting on the speed limit, cruising down the right-hand lane, so I had a bit of a clearer run. He was in the middle and trying to do the speed limit as well. And then there's just cars that needed to get over to the left that are not doing the speed limit, and he's just coming up behind them and just laying the horn. Because I'm like, whoa, what's going on? You know, this big truck kept waking me up there. But he was just, and then he'd be like changing lanes and then round them and then back in. And he was, and he was also hitting the horn because he's putting the indicator on to say, I'm coming across. Yeah. And then those people aren't looking as well. And then so he's hitting the horn to say, I'm coming across. Check my indicator and stuff as well. So, but he was doing nothing wrong. So he was just doing the speed limit. And everyone else was going too slow, sitting in the right hand lane.
Dang says, I'm hearing you, Dave.
Yeah, I get upset about that stuff.
He is someone who drives a truck, so
yeah,
sure, he probably gets annoyed about it.
Yeah.
The other one that would annoy them is the people
because that takes them time to get back their speed back up.
The people who change across in front of them when there's very clear, not enough stopping distance for a truck if someone has to hit on the brakes.
Yeah, that's right. You got to remember they're pulling up.
It takes a long time for those trucks to slow down from 110 k's an hour.
Exactly. So you'll end up someone
Zane's on fire in the chat here. He says, what's the Speedo rule for when you need to overtake a cyclist who is riding on the road? Is it 7,000 RPM?
Yeah. As long as you do it at 1 metre.
Roy, who was it that said bump and run?
Said what?
I missed it. Someone said bump and run. Mopar Man says bump and run. Said bump and run to Zane. Zane said it's not a hit and run. It's a gentle wave that got a bit aggressive. A courteous crunch.
Dang says it might have been him. Can't confirm or deny. He was cruising through, but everyone soon had to get out of his road. And I thought that was good actually, because you do see cars, and did you see it in the footage when you edited the footage for the, when we were cruising down the M1 in the start of the last video?
I missed it.
If you watch that, you probably hear me going off, and your mum and I talking about a car that was, and there was a truck with his indicator on, and the car's just sitting there, and he had to come across like he was coming, and it's like, man, have to watch it back. Open your eyes, look at the bloody indicator, get out of his road. Anyway, do you want to?
G'day, Stephen Chandler.
G'day, Cuz.
Next story.
Another story.
This is what you need.
Yes. You are correct.
Who needs a house when you've got a garage?
And
it's for sale. You could get it.
Yeah, it's possibly in the wrong area, but
possibly.
But I know Sally would not have an issue with that. All right? Like, I don't know. There's probably many wives out there.
You've got some Geminis and whatnot to fill it up.
There possibly many wives out there that would not be keen to have half their house as a garage. But I don't think Sally would have an issue. But this is in Melbourne. This is Brighton East. This is for sale. This is on realestate.com. This one. It is probably a little out of my price range.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is 2 properties, and they've, like the adjacent property, they've made the one house is the main house, and then the house beside it, they've bought that and made it into the garage for the other house.
CMF.
So they've actually turned an entire house into a garage for the neighbouring
Melbourne
house.
house has been converted into a 7-car garage. It's up for sale as part of a luxury compound. It's located in Brighton East in Melbourne. As you said, the adjacent property is converted into a garage. It's likely to sell for around $7 million.
Yeah, slightly out of my price range. With an entire house transformed into a luxury 7-car garage, the Brighton East property may just be for you. According to realestate.com.au. The owners purchased this Creswick Street home in 2007 before buying the adjacent property in Churchill Court in 2009.
Rat Fink.
G'day, Rat.
It's my house. What the hell?
How good is it?
Trev. G'day, Trev. Trackside Trev.
Well, the ladder was then converted into what you see here.
As well.
A 7-car garage floored with Tasmanian oak and featuring a central turntable.
Mm-hmm.
How good's that? We could do the show spinning around, and you could just be like looking at the cars the whole time as we keep going around. That would be the best place to do the show, on the spinning turntable. And then I could get drunk and dizzy.
I'm sure it wouldn't spin that fast. You'd get dizzy.
We'll see.
Do we have like a 360 camera or something? Is that what we do using to do that show then? Or like?
No, you don't need to, because the turntable, the whole thing, the floor.
Yeah, but how do they see? Are you sitting on the turntable as well, or are you sitting on the middle? So the cars are turning around you.
Because
you would go on and off the camera.
we're in the turntable. We sit on the turntable. Cars are parked all around us.
Yeah.
So, and the camera's on the turntable with us.
Yeah.
So as we go around, it's like, if you think of us sitting in the middle and the floor's turning, you're not picturing this?
I'm thinking that the cars are on a turntable and then there's a circle.
No, we're going to put the cars all around us and we're going to sit on the turntable.
Okay.
Because obviously, I don't think you're going to fit all the cars on the turntable. The turntable's not a big, it fits like one of the cars or something. Anyway.
Zane says spinning. Dave Somebrew, good thing you've got some cleaning products.
Access to the garage is through the Churchill Court side, which retains a discreet house-style frontage. Both properties are now held on the one single title. In the listings photos, the space is occupied by a number of iconic European classics, including a Ferrari 328, a Jag E-Type, and an Aston Martin DB2. Well, we really spruce that up with a Kinger and a couple of Commodores, maybe find an old Gemini. We'll get something really decent in there. I've got another shot there. Here's another shot. Look, inside the garage. There you go. Looks good, doesn't it?
G'day, CRF.
We thought the epoxy flooring was good. G'day, mate. We thought the epoxy flooring was good. Look at that. Tasmanian oak flooring in your garage.
Yeah. Rat Finks says Meekum auction this weekend in Orlando. Going to try to get there and do some filming.
Yeah, cool. Post some stuff up in the group, man, on Facebook. I'd like to see that.
Zane says you got to have one camera on the outside so you can flick to it when you need to get off it.
Yes.
And Brad says fixed cams on the outside, center hanging mic, and we all watch you guys spin around at a steady pace.
Perfect. We're just, 6.9 million short on a 7 million property. Accompanying this sumptuous garage is a 5-bedroom home, 5-bathroom as well, plus a complimentary self-contained unit.
G'day, Mal. Dad's garage.
G'day, Dad. Other features include a 10 by 5 metre pool, a gymnasium, a soundproof music cinema room, the studio. There's also a more traditional 2-car garage, for the old dailies. The whole compound sits on a 1343 square metre block, views of the Brighton Golf Course. So they've put the price between 6.85 and 7.35 million on the property. and if realised, it would beat the existing Brighton East record of 6.3.
There you go.
But then you got to fill up the garage, of course. So I think I've got another picture there, mate. Just one of the actual. There you go. So that's, I think the shed over on the far side of the pool.
Yeah.
There, house on the left hand side, and it's pretty flash, isn't it?
It is.
That's a hell of a compound, but that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money considering what did Adam LZ buy his entire compound for?
$2 million.
Which was maybe 4 million Australian.
I don't think it's that much.
Not even that much.
I don't think it went double.
So, comparatively, Adam LZ's compound and that, which would you go for?
Oh, the compound every day, every day of the week.
Yeah, 100%.
No questions asked.
That is.
There's like 100 car spaces there.
Yeah, I think there's more.
Probably, yeah.
In that shed with all the hoists and stuff, there's like, I think that fits like 100 cars just in there with all the hoists.
Zane says, "Oh, thank God, 2-car garage." Was really wondering if I was going to have to leave the daily on the driveway. Rat Fink says, "Will you stop showing my place? It's not for sale."
But that price, man, that is up there. Australian real estate.
Johnny says, "What? No burnout pad? Hardly worth it."
There you go. Interesting.
You could do a burnout on your Tasmanian oak if you want.
You could skid that up. Wouldn't want my transmission fluid leaking all over that one. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I don't know.
See, Zane's onto it. You get an enclosed one, 7-car garage.
Yeah. That's enclosed.
Beck says Adam LZ also got an alligator.
He did. He did, yes. That's right. That's worth something, surely. Anyways. Do you want another story? How am I going with the stories tonight? You liking my stories so far?
I am. Yeah, as we said, though, the compound would be much better.
Oh.
You can't drift around your 7-car garage.
No, that's right, around that pool. Here you go. There's a story about the police. Volkswagen. This is actually a story about Volkswagen. Volkswagen, I should say. That's
what, Volkswagen? Like
Volkswagen.
Volkswagens?
No, Volkswagen.
And what are we talking about Volkswagens for?
Volkswagen. This is Volkswagens that only the cops can buy.
Oh, yeah. Zane says, just burning in the Tasmanian oak, a smoker.
You do know the V, yeah. The V is pronounced as an F and the W is pronounced as a V in Germany.
There you go.
So it's a Volkswagen.
There you go.
It wasn't just me doing an accent. That's actually Volkswagen.
So how Victoria and VA in South Australia's Passat and Tier 1 Proline aim to offer more flexibility than New South Wales. Isn't it Tier 1?
I thought it was Tiguan. Tiguan Proline.
They aim to offer more flexibility than New South Wales BMW 5 Series and Hyundai Sonata. Volkswagen has shared details on its range of emergency services vehicles, recently updated in the line with the consumer-grade 21 versions of the Passat car and Tier 1 SUV.
Tiguan.
VW Australia confirmed the pair of models will continue to be available in a Proline grade, unavailable to the public, which pairs more powerful engine choices with a list of special equipment to suit emergency services. In the case of the Passat, emergency responders can select either a sedan, wagon, or lifted all-track with the 140 TSI, 140 kilowatt, 320 newton meters, or 162 TSI with 162 kilowatts, 350 newton meters. Engine, complete with dual battery support and a 180 amp heavy-duty alternator for onboard equipment, sports suspension, and progressive steering from the R-Line, and a more basic trim level, which swaps the more luxurious appointments for occupational health and safety approved cloth seats with lumbar support. Meanwhile, highway patrol spec cars can make use of the Halo 206 kilowatt, 350 newton meter engine with all-wheel drive, otherwise only equipped on the top spec R-Line wagon.
Are you thinking I've dropped the ball now on this story?
Little yes.
The way that the police are bringing in Volkswagens. Maybe there was method in my madness, but I thought we had to talk about this. Are you interested in this? It's actually quite a large story.
It is.
But
You're looking at how to pronounce the name of this crossover SUV manufactured by German automaker Volkswagen. Introduced in 2000.
Tell him how to pronounce it. It's Volkswagen.
SUV, the VW.
Did someone send you this, or did you just...
Tiguan.
Oh, you win.
Tiguan.
Tiguan?
Rather, Tiguan.
He didn't say Volkswagen. It's just the only thing that's good about this story was our pronunciations, I think.
G'day, Aka. Aka says in Vic, them cars undercovers are impossible. They blend in.
That's spot on. No, actually, there was method in my madness. And this story...
Zane says everyone knows the service cost of a VW requires you to refinance the home.
Yeah. Well, the government will just keep forking out for it. Take the old lady's 69 Beetle out for a buzz rat. Oh, nice. Good old 69 Volkswagen Beetle.
All right. There was method to your madness.
There is.
Show me.
Because I was leading into this story.
Is that a Dodge Charger?
Now, this is a possibility, I think, for federal police.
Federal police are about to test a new pursuit vehicle widely used by the U.S. law enforcement, and it could be rolled out to state highway patrol fleets.
It's probably slightly cooler than anything we've got on the road out there at the moment for the police fleets.
Aussie criminals may soon have American cop cars on their tails. Specific police-prepared versions of the Dodge Charger are about to undergo evaluation by Australian police with the view to putting the four-door sedan into service. Queensland-based SCD remanufactured vehicles, which converts American cars and trucks to right-hand drive under its AUS MV brand, has imported 2 of the Chargers to Australia. Each is currently being converted to right-hand drive before being loaned to federal police for evaluation. SCD also plans to loan a car to Queensland police within weeks. The federal police and hopefully the Queensland police will be testing them, says SCD co-owner Eddie Kokwa.
What was that pronunciation? Do you want to check that one?
K-O-C-W-A, that's what I'm trying to call it. We've remanufactured these 2 Dodge Chargers for the police and we're about to lend them out, so they'll be testing them. Australian police forces traditionally used Holden Commodores and Ford Falcons for general and pursuit duties, but with the end of manufacturing in 2017, that left an opening for imported brands. The charges cost about $100,000 for police duties once the conversions have been done. New South Wales and Victorian police currently use diesel-powered BMW luxury sedans as their pursuit vehicles. They retail for an eye-popping $135,000 drive away, roughly 3 times the cost of the old Falcons and Commodores.
Wow.
The Queensland police use the much cheaper Kia Stinger, which retails for about $58,000. It says, Cockwa says, the Kia requires a number of modifications to ready it for police.
Who said that?
Oh, mate. In America, the Dodge Charger is specifically built for police work, he says. That means there is very little that needs to be done beyond shifting the steering wheel to the right-hand side of the car.
Don't they have another car that they do a lot with, like well-known police car?
G'day, Mark Oliver.
In the States? What's the one that Cletus snaps
Crown
up?
Vic.
The Crown Vic. That's it.
Mark Oliver says, I think I've seen an article the other day that the Aussie cops are going to be getting the new 300 series Land Cruisers as well.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
That's of interest.
Mm.
This is way more exciting than Tiguan's, wasn't it?
Yes.
Hey, what do you think of this for a police car? Do you think it's a good replacement for the old Bombador?
Definitely.
Hey?
The Charger Pursuit, as it's called in the US, comes with more robust steel wheels, bigger brakes, unique seats to accommodate bulky gun belts, and a column shifter to free up space for police equipment in the center of the car.
Yeah, right.
Column shift, there you go.
Don't get much of that.
The 12.1-inch screen can also be configured to run with police equipment, while the front protection bar incorporates flashing LED lights. The cars currently in Australia are both powered by a V6 engine, but the Charger is also available as a V8.
Surely he wants the V8 version. Come on. Come on. Yahtzee. Don't encourage me. G'day, Lindsay. Stingers with modded dump pipes and turbos are smacking out incredible numbers, he says. Yeah, they do. They do get some good numbers. But they won't. Yeah. I don't think they'll modify much for police work, though, do they?
I'm sure they would. With the equipment and whatnot they would need.
Yeah, true. James says, what's wrong with the old Astra diesel? There you go. That was what I was getting into. Anyway, we'll move on. Here's one about, oh, look, isn't that cute? Hey? What's this got to do with anything? Oh, look, it's a cute little bear. No, I think there's a car story involved in this, Tyler.
US man finds bear in car.
It's bloody raining. What's going on? Do you hear that?
Yes.
A US man found a bear in his car. Where was this? Where did this happen?
In Tennessee, in the United States. He's had to shoo a
Just
black
up the
bear
road
from his car after the animal managed to break inside.
Lucky it wasn't a brown bear. They're the big ones.
Mobile phone footage shows the man opening the front passenger door, using it as a shield between himself and the bear as he and his friends try to coax it out.
Have we got a video of this?
I do.
Because I've never come out and found a bear in my car.
Me neither.
Or like we're in Australia, so it's not like we've come out and found kangaroos in our car.
No, we have found snakes in car meets.
At car shows, yes.
In someone's car. All right, let's switch over to the video.
How did the bear get in the car?
He opened the door.
And then shut it behind him.
And then got in. How else does a bear get into the car? You think it gets in through the window or something?
Go on. Go. Go. Go.
Ah!
Go. Go.
Go. Ah! Was that like?
Go.
Was that like how do you get an elephant in the fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open the door, put the elephant in, close the door.
There you go. Look, I'd be shocked if I came out and found a bear in my car.
Mm.
Imagine that.
I also would be shocked.
Yeah. People are like, oh, man, why didn't you come to the car, mate? Because there's a friggin' bear in my car. I went out. I was coming.
Mopar man said deadly cute.
I was on my way.
Rat
and then I
Fink
went
says
out.
wombats are cute, but you guys told me they have fangs.
That's true. Like little drop bears.
Scotty S said I found a kangaroo on my car at one stage.
Dang says he's found kangaroos in the front of his car. Well, on the front, like in the front, like in the front, not like in the front seat. Actually, in the front where we've mowed them down.
Zane's comments. The video shows local hippies dragging a 9-to-5 worker out of the car for hijacking.
It was just some dude that hadn't had a shave. A poor bloke. There you go. Oh, that was funny. Shooing bears from your car.
Mm.
You liking my stories this week? How am I going?
Going well.
We're getting some good giggles. All right. What about this one? This is a new McLaren. What do you think?
Looks a bit small.
The new one-seater McLaren. This is in an attempt to bring down the cost of cars.
Did you skip a story?
During COVID tax, did I?
I think you did.
Well, we'll come back to that.
All right.
I don't know. I'm still on the Charger story. Oh, and then whatever it was, I think I just closed it.
All right. Tell me about this new McLaren.
Well, I was trying to set up the story I missed. But what do you know about this new one-seat McLaren?
I just asked you that. What do you know?
Well, this is about an attempt for McLarens to come up with a way of beating the high price, the rising price of cars in the COVID market. They've
gone electric.
Reduce the size.
They've gone electric. In fact, they've ditched the twin turbo V8 for 12-volt power.
Yeah, 12-volt battery power. That's right.
McLaren has launched yet another wild supercar. but this time it's a zero-emissions ride-on toy car created for kids.
Oh, this is only a toy car.
Price between £163, Australian $300, or £234, Australian $440. The British brand's latest offering for its younger fans is based on its continent-crushing McLaren GT. Finished in the real car's burnished copper, silica white, onyx black, McLaren orange, amaranth red, or Burton blue exterior paint. The attention to detail includes replicating the GT's dramatic dihedral doors and even its ultra-weight alloy rims. Ultra-weight, ultra-lightweight, probably should say, not ultra-weight.
Extra heavy. So your kids don't roll it over. Eh?
Other delightful touches include working switchgear for the dash, bucket seats, seat belts, a functional boot, working tail lights, and even fake noise when the throttle is flattened. Speaking of which, sadly, there's been no downsizing of the real GT's powerful twin-turbocharged 4-litre V8, which under the McLaren road car rear boot lid produces 456 kilowatts and 630 newton meters. Instead, there's a 12-volt pure electric powertrain, and McLaren has yet to release the performance details. I'm sure they will be whopping. Optional extras for the Mini McLaren GT include an infotainment screen so that you can play music via USB device or SD card. And commenting on the new ride-on toy car, McLaren's head of merchandising, Hayley Robinson, said, "At McLaren Automotive, we aim to inspire the future generation of supercar enthusiasts. The new GT ride-on allows even the smallest of fans to discover the magic of our pioneering supercars. We're proud to develop and encourage younger minds and seek to create the next generation of drivers, engineers, and automotive designers." See you, Gary.
Spark plug.
There you go.
What do you reckon? Well, I'll fix up. I found your story.
All right.
Oh, no, that's it.
Ah.
That's the new McLarens. Look, this whole showroom full of them. That's the new McLaren
with
dealership.
all the different colours.
Yeah. So the new story that we may not have missed. We talked about what do you call that festival?
Goodwood Festival of
Speed.
Speed.
That's the one.
Yep.
We talked about this the other week, right? And we talked about all the cars and stuff out there. And there was some nice cars, right?
There was.
Some big cars out there. But the Aston Martin Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm. The 2022 Aston Martin Valkyrie broke down during the Goodwood debut. With thousands of fans watching, the $4.3 million Australian
It didn't crash it.
V12 hypercar came to a grinding halt. Now Aston Martin has explained what happened.
What did happen?
Failure of a £5, $9.30 Australian electrical part caused the Aston Martin Valkyrie hybrid hypercar to break down at this year's Goodwood Festival of Speed. According to the brand's executive chairman and key stakeholder Lawrence Stroll, as far as Goodwood, there was some electrical glitch, a part between the low-voltage battery and the high-voltage battery that decided not to work for some reason. At the moment, we've never had that problem in testing, Mr. Stroll told British publication Autosport.
This is a 3.2 million or Australian $4.3 million car that has some dodgy £5 part in it.
Yep.
That's disappointing if I've just forked out $4.3 million.
We're kind of happy it happened now. We hadn't seen it before, and it's something that we get from an external source. Our first cars will be rolling out at the factory as planned, as I said 5 months ago that we would be doing, so it's very much on time.
865 kilowatt, 900 Newton meter engine in that thing. That's naturally
6.5 litre Cosworth and V12.
Yep.
And a single electric motor.
Hybrid. Just like a Prius.
And after several major delays, Car Advice understands the first customer deliveries of the Aston Martin Valkyrie have now begun.
Yeah. Have they taken out that £5 part or fixed it up?
Hopefully so.
There you go. There you go. That was my missed story. But I can back it up with an even more impressive car.
Oh, this tiny electric car is solar powered and costs $6,800.
Now this is probably one of the cheapest.
That's probably the price of your solar panel that's on it now.
This is probably one of the cheapest electric vehicles on the market ever. Is it?
The real question is, do you get the solar rebate on this car?
I don't think you do. No, I don't think you do. It is partly solar powered.
All right, tell me about it.
It actually, I think it costs more than $6,800. Okay.
Well, that title is a bit misleading then, isn't it?
It is. So in December of last year, a Californian-based startup called Aptera Motors started taking pre-orders for an electric car that's partly solar-powered. The Aptera has a unique streamlined design, just 3 wheels, and a price tag of $25,000 to $44,000 as of this month. It also may have a new competitor through the similarities between the two seem to end after the solar panels. So there's also a Dutch startup called Squad Mobility, and they begin taking pre-orders for a vehicle, calling it the Squad car. Kind of an odd choice of name, particularly because the car could hardly look more different from those used in law enforcement.
It's a tiny 2-seater. It's made for city driving only, with a max speed of 45 kilometres per hour.
Yeah.
Tiny in this case really does mean very small, by 2 metres long and 1.2 metres wide, or 6.5 feet by 4 feet. So, about this much. A little bit much more than me.
That much? That was like 7 feet.
That's 7 feet?
Yeah, because it's from the floor? Or are you doing it from the top of your head?
I'm like
4 foot?
No, I'm talking about 6 foot, 6.5 feet.
I thought you said 4 foot. Like, how's that 4 foot?
6.5 feet.
No, did you know that if you charge this car from the sun for a full day, that you can drive 19 kilometres?
So while I'm parked at work for the entire day, I can't even get home.
You can get halfway home. How good's that?
Yeah, it sounds great.
And then you've got to wait till tomorrow to get a whole day of sun to get the rest of the way home, and then another day to get halfway back to work, and then another day to get to work.
Yeah. G'day, Heathy. Go fast.
So we've
shopping
g'day,
one
mate.
day, playing golf the next day with that beauty.
90 kilometres. They need to really work on this sales pitch, don't they?
What if you work? Khan makes a good point. What if you work in an underground car park?
Don't park there.
Dad's Garage says 42 watching, only 34 likes. Just saying. Jump on the like button, people.
Hit that thumbs up. Thanks, mate.
Mopar Man says put a Hemi in that dumb car.
We can swap it. LS power. Come on, LS it.
You could put a Bussa motor in it.
The Squad Mobility claims that even in countries that aren't known for being the sunniest, like the Netherlands, the car can get enough solar power for its intended use and doesn't require full sun to charge. If there is not enough sun, you need to drive further than 12 miles. The car has a battery that can be charged at a regular wall outlet.
There you go.
We're sort of defeating the purpose, aren't we? But it doesn't need a driver's license.
Oh, there you go.
Or a helmet. It's a bit counterintuitive and sounds like a recipe for injury, but the closest vehicle that comes to mind is a golf cart, which was mentioned before, which goes similar speeds and also doesn't require a license or a helmet, but is meant to be obviously on golf courses and Hamilton Island, not streets.
Yeah.
At 28 miles per hour, you can't do much damage, but what about the non-squad cars on the road? I don't know about this thing. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think this is going to take off?
No.
It might in somewhere like Hamilton Island.
Yeah.
That all their cars are golf cars.
Yes.
It would
Sanctuary
be good.
Cove, no.
Yeah, Sanctuary Cove. Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah. They could afford it as well. It needs to come a long way.
It does.
Needs to come a long way before this is economical.
Yeah.
A whole day to get 19 kilometres.
Yeah, it's not really worth it.
If you charge it up all day to drive your 19 Ks, you've got to wait for a whole nother day before you can drive back. You can only really drive 8 Ks, right?
Yeah.
So you've got to go 8 Ks so you can drive 8 Ks to get back home.
Yeah.
Don't go further than 8 kilometres away. I don't think this is sounding any better than an electric scooter.
No. Not really at all.
Don't electric scooters get like 50 miles per charge and
probably. Well,
don't take a whole day? They're not solar powered.
Yeah, but if I'm assuming though, if you weren't solar powering this and you actually charged it with your wall outlet, you would go further.
Maybe. I don't know. Can you LS swap it? Says Yahtzee. Yeah, it's a bit different, isn't it?
All right, what's up next?
Good question. I have no idea. Oh yeah, another story. That's what's up next, mate. I got another story for you.
I'm going to leave it to you for a minute.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Well, amount of CO2 dug up by wild pigs is equivalent to the emissions of 1.1 million cars, Tyler. Did you get that? Hey? Wow? Did you actually hear what I said? Yeah. It doesn't actually say how many pigs there, but we'll read the story. Apparently, feral pigs around the globe are releasing the same carbon dioxide emissions every year as the equivalent of more than 1 million cars, according to a new study. This is researchers at the University of Queensland and the University of Canterbury have been looking at climate damage by wild pigs that they've been causing across 5 continents by using predictive population models coupled with advanced mapping technologies. By uprooting carbon trapped in the soil, the pigs are releasing around 4 million metric tonnes of carbon dioxide annually across the globe, the same as 1.1 million cars. This is pretty insane. Dr. Christopher O'Brien from the University of Queensland said the ever-expanding population of feral pigs could be a significant threat to the climate. Wild pigs are like tractors ploughing through fields, turning over soil to find food. When the soils are disturbed from humans ploughing a field, or in this case, the wild animals, uprooting the carbon is then released into the atmosphere. The expert, he explained that since the soil contains nearly 3 times as much carbon than the atmosphere, even a small amount being dug up has the potential to accelerate climate change. Who would have thought? And their models show a wide range of outcomes, but they indicate that wild pigs are most likely currently uprooting an area of around 36,000 to 124,000 square kilometres in environments where they're not native. All coming from Dr. O'Brien. This is an enormous amount of land and is not only affects the soil health and carbon emissions, but it also threatens biodiversity and food security that are crucial for sustainable development. In 2017, the average combined CO2 emissions from new light vehicles sold in Australia was 182 grams per kilometre, and that was from the government's own Green Vehicle Guide. Meanwhile, in 2019, the Federal Chamber of Automotive Industries said improving our fuel quality would offer a 3 to 5% improvement on CO2 performance overnight. The high presence of sulphur in our fuels, among other factors, means we're missing out on cars with more advanced petrol engines, which produce lower emissions. Manufacturers claim they cannot import their best engines in large numbers due to cars already being optimised to run on premium unleaded petrol with 10 parts per million of sulphur, as is the case in Europe. Under current regulations, Australian premium unleaded can have up to 50 parts per million of sulphur, and regular unleaded can contain up to 150 parts per million. Currently, Australian vehicle emission standards for petrol is comparable to the Euro 5, which Europe stopped using 6 years ago. Did you know that? Yeah. So, and a diesel is already equivalent to Euro 6, with new Euro 7 regulations set to come into effect in 2025. The federal government is now only catching up with fuel security services payment. So, there you go. We just got to get rid of all the feral pigs. Hey?
We just need more trees as well.
Well, if we
trees
just
love CO2.
We just get rid
Plants
of all,
love CO2.
We just get rid of all the feral pigs and we'll be right. We
more.
could have an extra 1.1 million cars. Hey? Come on. What have we got in the comments? There was a bit happening there.
Adam Geary says plant more trees. Apparently they love CO2. Scotty S says you do know that carbon makes plants grow. Yeah, isn't that food?
Yeah. True. There you go. They're on your side there, Tyler. James says that's what the bull bar in the front of the Kenworth is for. So, cleaning them up. Big's are bad over there, says Rat. They fly helicopters.
I don't think the pigs fly the helicopters. I think he's saying people fly the helicopters.
I thought it was
to hunt the pigs.
I thought it was. I was thinking of the pigs in the helicopter. You know which ones I was thinking
yes,
of.
I do. Pistol Pete, g'day. Pistol 85.
G'day, mate. How are you? Good to
Mark
see you,
Biffin
mate.
says E85 is the go. Dad says we need unleaded pigs.
Very true. Very true. Oh, Tyler. We do have another story. We have, I think, one more story.
All right.
But I've got to hang on. No, go back. Go back. I told you the last story.
Sorry. All right.
We weren't ready for this story. Remember I told you there was a whole setup for this.
Yeah. Are we going backwards from number 20?
Yeah, we are.
We're going to talk
the
world's most beautiful cars ever made, ranked from number 20 to 1.
Now, this is very subjective.
Mm-hmm.
This is from carsales.com.au, but this is very subjective, and we're going to talk about it and have a look through and see what we think. And we would love
These
your
are the
comments.
top 20 most beautiful cars ever made based on the golden ratio formula.
How does the golden ratio formula work, Tyler?
I don't
Please
know.
explain
Hopefully
this to me. I would love you to explain this to me. I have no idea. I've not read that part of the story.
So I can read this and work out where it is.
The golden ratio. Is this anything like the golden point in football?
No, I don't think so.
Nothing like that. Okay.
Although
so
views
it doesn't involve a field goal.
Although views on beauty are very subjective.
Yes.
UK private plates supplier Click4Reg has taken an interesting approach to ranking the most beautiful cars ever made by applying an ancient Greek mathematical equation to end the debate once and for all. The golden ratio formula is a mathematical formula that determines the perfect shape, where the discrepancies were calculated from the golden ratio of 1.618033988.
I don't know how they've worked this.
They took the list of 50 of the world's most beautiful cars ever made from British automotive publication Autocar, and then inputted each car's official height and width into the golden ratio formula. The percentage difference between the golden ratio and discrepancies gave the final percentage score, revealing the vehicles with the lowest errors, therefore crowning the most beautiful.
Do you understand how that works?
Yeah, probably not.
No, okay. Well, let's have a look. And let's just see what
from
we think.
I think it's their percentage difference from the perfect ratio of 1.618033988.
Of course. That makes heaps of sense. All right, number 20. I hate it.
2007 Alfa Romeo HC Competizione.
What is your thoughts on this? No, sorry for people on the podcast.
I think they're a carbon fibre body, these cars.
Are they?
Yep. Little motor.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Nah, it looks horrid. What do you think? Oh, you don't have to agree.
I'd drive one around.
You'd like it?
I like it.
Okay.
They're all
like
right.
it? I don't like it.
But this is number 20 on this list. It's 12.66% away from the golden ratio at 1.4131245534.
Okay. Next
CRF says Volvo, all 20.
Zane
says most beautiful car is a two-tone blue and grey V-dub Jetta.
What's this one, Tyler?
The 1968 Ferrari Daytona. It's number 19.
It's definitely not my favourite either.
Comes in at a 12.63% difference, the ratio at 1.4136544618.
What do you think of the 68 Ferrari Daytona?
Yeah, I can drive one around. I like it.
Oh, I'm not saying I wouldn't
I'm a fan.
drive one around. They're worth a fortune.
I wouldn't say it's the most, the 19th most beautiful car.
No, that's not what I'm thinking. What about DB9?
Nice car.
2000. This is like
2004.
Bond. James Bond.
This is the 2004 Aston Martin DB9. Matty Crick, he's on the money. World's most beautiful car is an AU Falcon. CRF also says a FD-RX-7. Say pretty good too.
What do you think of the 04 Aston Martin at number 18?
Dad says that's 3 votes for the AU.
It's getting votes. But does it mathematically?
Skid Pig says Alpha is almost a copy of the Trevor, the TVR.
Yeah, that is.
Zane says the numbers, Tyler, what do they mean? The numbers are how close they are to the golden ratio of 1.6180339
Which
AAA,
we completely don't understand.
which is the Grieth mathematical equation, determines the perfect shape. The discrepancies were calculated from that ratio.
To do with
the golden ratio.
Shape. Okay. I'm not a fan of
the Aston
DB9.
Martin DB9. What do you think? 1.4226100015, 12.08%.
I don't know if it deserves to be in the list. Let's move on. Now that.
Oh, there we go. 1968
That's my
Dodge
style.
Charger.
Yeah, now that's more me.
Mhm.
Look at that. That is nice. That
Comes in
looks
at
nice.
number 17.
I don't need a mathematical equation to tell me that looks nice.
That's only 10.98% off of the golden ratio.
Yeah?
Yeah. So we went from
7,
12 down to 10.98.
Long way off.
1.4404145508. Jack Williams says if the VL is not on the list, it's not a valid list.
Yeah, I reckon I'm with you.
How about the 1963 Buick Riviera?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, it's okay. It's not.
Mopar Man
I don't know
says
how that got in front of the
70s
Dodge.
Duster.
I don't know how that got in front of the 68 Charger.
Mopar Man
What's
says
that?
a 70s Duster.
That would be nice too. All right, we'll move on.
Darren Davidson
How about this
says
one?
Charger equals hell yeah.
Okay. All right.
The 2011 Lamborghini Aventador.
Yeah,
I would
all right.
say yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll give that a nod.
Mhm.
I'll give that. That's a pretty
Nice looking car.
nice looking car.
Yep.
All right. What's that number?
10.44%. Fit number 15.
Number 15. All right, we'll go to number 14.
Aston Martin Vanquish.
Does that deserve to be in
2001.
front of the Charger and the Aventador? No.
I don't think so.
We'll move on.
1961 Lincoln Continental. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I like the Lincoln, the big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. That's nice. What number was that? Sorry, 13.
Number 13, yes.
Number 13. 9.23% off the perfect shape.
Yeah. How about number 12?
We can show you that.
The 1974 Lamborghini Countach.
I prefer the Aventador.
Mm.
I know this
Dad
is.
says
this
the
is
Lambo
full
is a
80s.
yes to the Aventador, I believe.
This is like my 80s upbringing. You know, the posters of the Lamborghini Countach. That was pretty impressive there.
Scotty S says the Aventador is no HQ Monaro.
True. Very true.
Rat Fink says 65 Rivers the best year.
What number are we at? We're at number 12.
Number 12. That is
Nearly in
number
the
12.
top 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 11. Here it is. What is it?
The 1987 Ferrari F40.
Yeah. Didn't someone prang one of those on the Gold Coast?
I believe so.
Up in the
I
rank?
think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
That
many
was
of
what,
them,
what it was.
Yeah. I think so. Eco Boost.
Spoiler alert, number 1 Datsun 120Y Coupe.
Yeah, 120Y.
All right.
Yes,
What's number 10?
Number 10. We're into the top 10. All right.
1969 Ferrari Dino 246 GT.
That's a much nicer Ferrari, yes, and it deserves
It's quite
to
a
be
nice car.
well up there compared to the Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
This is the number 10. We're into the top 10.
Number 9. Oh, yeah.
This is you?
Yeah.
You would
yeah,
never
no.
fit in it. You wouldn't fit in a GT40, would you?
Probably not. I don't know. Maybe.
You're way too tall for a GT40. I don't think you were 66 Ford GT40, number 9. What's this coming in at? 1.7, what is it? 1.727891156?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
This magic rule? Magic Greek rule of numbers that tell you the perfect shape of cars? All right. That's number 9. Do you want to see?
Yeah. You mean number 8?
Yeah.
What's number 8?
Do you want to see number 8?
Yeah.
Alfa
The
Romeo.
1967 Alfa Romeo T33 Stradale. All right.
Yeah, it's just all right.
Yeah.
It's not a top 10 car for me.
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It gets a 6.75. You think that beats the GT40 and the Dino?
I don't think so.
Not in my thoughts.
No. All right. What's next?
What number are we at?
Number 7, the 1952 Jaguar C-Type.
Yeah, nice Jag. I'm not a massive Jag fan. Yeah.
It's no E-Type Jag.
The C-Type probably looks a little nicer than the E-Type. But yes. Yeah, it's number 7. All right.
Number 6, what's up? 1984 Ferrari 288 GTO.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Not bad. It's Nelly Magnum PI. Nelly.
G'day, Carlos. How you going?
All right. G'day, mate. G'day. What is on number...
What is the number 5? Most beautiful car.
According to...
Math. Golden ratio.
Yes.
The Bugatti Chiron.
You like these, don't you?
Yeah, pretty nice.
You do,
pretty fast.
Very fast car.
Mm-hmm.
It's got nice lines. This is the mathematical equation based on those lines, isn't it?
Yes. How close to perfect they are.
Do you think they took this into equation when they were designing these? Is this something they actually consider?
I don't know. Probably
Maybe
not.
it is.
Maybe.
Like in design, like maybe this is
we need to get someone
big
to
thing.
Get us into a factory where they're designing them,
And they go, do we talk about the mathematics?
Ask them about the golden ratio, and they'll go, and then they'll take us into the back room and go, "How did you find out?"
Yeah, that's it. All right.
What's next?
Number 4.
Mark Biffin says, "I say the E-Type Jag wins." Number 4 is the 1974 Lancia Stratos.
I'm not sure how this one. I'm not too sure how this happened. What do you think? Are you searching how this happened? Is it?
Yeah.
You think have I picked the wrong car?
Well, they could have at least used the rally one, you know.
Oh, the rally one did look really cool. If you just had a look at the pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, because I found all the pictures for all of these cars. I had to look them all up and find all these pictures. They're not in the story. So if you are in the show notes and the podcast and going to have a look at these pictures, sorry, you're going to have to watch the watch back on YouTube to see what they are, or search them yourself.
Mm-hmm. All right.
How does that equate? There is no
cool but ugly, says Scotty S. Big ew, says Mopar Man.
Yeah, I just don't know how that fit. How did that make it? I don't get it.
Dang says, "Where's the VZ or the 2000 Hilux?"
That's the real stuff, right?
CRF says, "Is that amphibious?"
It looks like it could be.
All right. Top 3.
Top 3.
What is the number 3 most beautiful car by the Golden Ratio?
Mm-hmm. The Ferrari.
The 1957 Ferrari TR250. Looks very similar to the Jag.
A lot of Ferraris in the list, eh?
There is.
Do you think they work on this golden rule?
Maybe.
That's how they got them all in the list. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. It's got to be worth a lot of money. I don't know what they're worth, but a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying. Probably a lot more than a Lancia Stratos. Although they're probably pretty rare, the Lancia Stratos.
16.4 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Is one of those.
That is a lot of money. All right. You want number 2?
Lancia Stratos.
Yeah.
The first production Stratos coupe fetched $1 million.
Well, no, we're
An
not
auction.
worth anywhere near as much as a TR250 57 Ferrari. All right, number 2. Number 2.
The 1970 Lamborghini Moira.
Yeah, I don't know. That is not me at all.
Carlos says, "My car in Brazil, Severo Cross, show next week." Send us in an email of it. We'll show it up on the show next week.
Yep, done. Definitely.
And you should be able, I think it's in the description below.
Or info@overtakinglane.com.au
Mm-hmm.
or a Facebook group, Overtaking Lane Facebook group.
Drop it in there.
We'd love to see it. We would love to see that. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 1. Number 1. Oops.
What we've all been waiting for.
That's not it, Tyler.
That is it.
I wasn't ready for the slides.
Look at them all.
No, I wasn't ready.
That's number 1.
I wasn't ready. I was building the hype.
He wasn't ready.
I was building the hype that you ruined earlier. Number 1 car, based on this golden rule of shape and design on some Greek mathematical equation. that has nothing to do with cars, I don't think. But here it is, Tyler. Here it is. Drum roll. Where's the drum roll?
I wish I had one. That's what I was just thinking in my head.
Don't we have one?
No.
Oh, geez, work on that.
I have. You know, I can, instead of a drum roll, I can offer you a rim shot.
It could feel like that. It could feel like that. It is
the 1994 McLaren F1.
Yeah. It's sort of a anticlimax.
It's no R33.
Like that one.
Mm-hmm. Exactly like that one.
There you go. There you go.
Scotty S says HQ Monaro. Mad Cow Mark, g'day. Says these people are obviously no mathematical geniuses.
I agree.
Dad says the XP Falcon Coupe.
So much nicer out there. So much nicer. I don't know how they. I can't work this out even with a calculator, so none of that makes any sense. But it must be time to move on from news stories. I think we've run out of news stories.
We certainly have.
What's that mean?
Time for a Marf off wheel.
Oh, is it?
Before I forget about it.
Oh, okay. That's not what I thought it was time for, but I don't think either of them are here.
I don't think so. The Hoff might be watching in the background while editing up tomorrow's video.
It could be. It could be. You're not even ready for the Marf off wheel.
I am.
Is it even finished yet? Are we there? We've got a whole other thing to do yet. Hoff, Marf, Hoff.
CRF says, yeah, okay, that'll work. See you, Dang. Hoff takes another dub. Jordan gave his vote for the AU Falcon.
There was a lot voted for the AU. There was no AU. Well, where was that slide? I should have put it in there, shouldn't I?
Yep.
Who was it? Hoff. Sorry.
Yep, Hoff won.
Completely.
But I think I know what you were getting at. I think it's time for the quiz. It's time to ask some car questions to people in the chat and see if they're smarter than a brain dead Muppet.
I've got the slide up north for that. Let's bring some people in and have a chat. We might get some more interesting conversation than just listening to us.
G'day, James.
G'day, guys, and all there out Overtaking Lane. How are we all this evening?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, yeah, just apparently we're in lockdown, but no, I don't care. I don't go out anywhere. I was just saying as many lockdowns as you want. Just leave me alone.
Well, we haven't had lockdown here for ages, but I generally don't get out much. But
and the
I
man
did on the weekend,
the man who's been on fire in the chat, Zane, how you going?
I am in so much trouble.
Howdy, guys.
you got the zingers going tonight, mate.
I had to go put myself out.
Oh, all right. This is we should have made this get on video for this. We're a bit late now, but we didn't think of that earlier, did we?
No.
We could have brought you on the old video chat. But
I had my hat and everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Prepared. There you go. When am I printing out another Skyline, mate? Hey?
Oh, it must be close now. What, 4 in a row? No.
We'll have to start drawing that one up. Or maybe we're drawing up a 1-tonner.
You're gonna drop a good old super barrel.
That could be done. All right. Over to the quiz master.
All right. We're going to get straight into it. James, your buzzer, please.
James.
And Zane, your buzzer.
Zane.
I mean,
well
you guys
done.
are on fire.
Well done. That's all I have for you tonight. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
No worries, guys. It's been a pleasure to see you again next week.
Question
1
number
to 1, it's a draw.
Question number
Exactly.
1 of 1,000. Here we go.
You're on the slide still, Tyler.
My bad. Whoops, sorry.
Oh, we're
Sorry,
still
no one
here.
can
We are
see.
still here. Oh, whoops.
All right.
Forgot that part.
Question number 1. Rolls-Royce joined the growing SUV market with what new model in 2018? Was it A, the Cullinan, B, the Bentayga, or C, the Colossus?
God.
James. What was B again, Tyler?
The Bentayga.
I'll go with B.
That is incorrect.
Oh,
B is a Bentley.
God, maybe C?
Also incorrect. It was the Cullinan.
What was the
Look,
C?
I'm-
What was the C?
The Colossus.
I don't have that much money.
No points there.
Question
First
number
question, begging.
Question number 2. Who is credited with having invented the diesel engine? Is it A, Carl Benz, B, Rudolf Diesel, or C, David D. Eiselberger? 2.
Zane?
Zane.
A?
That is incorrect. James.
B.
It is indeed Rudolf Diesel.
It's the obvious answer.
It was not David D. Eiselberger.
You know how you get some answers, you're like, man, these are so stupid. It's got to be the logical one.
There you go. 1 point. James is up.
Question number 3. Volkswagen's first battery-powered Golf appeared in 1976. What was its name? Was it A, the Electro Golf, B, the Sparky Golf, or C, the Futuristische Golf?
Zane?
Zane?
Is it the Sparky Golf?
That is incorrect. It was not the Sparky Golf.
Bummer.
James?
Can you repeat C for me, Tyler? I didn't quite get it.
Futuristische Golf.
I'm going to go with A.
That is correct. It was indeed the Electro Golf.
Sorry, I just wanted to hear say C again, Tyler, because you pronounced it so well last time.
Futuristica. Did you just make that up?
Yes. Maybe. I don't know. It was already in my question. Question number 4. The 1910 Prince Henry is widely regarded as the UK's first ever sports car. Who sold it? Was it A, Bentley, B, Daimler, or C, Vauxhall?
James.
James?
C.
It was Vauxhall.
Oh, not to be confused.
Daimler's a truck.
Not to be confused with the Prince Albert.
If you had said Ford, then I would have been like, oh yeah, it's Henry Ford.
He's got 3 on his own.
I know.
He's going to make a comeback. I feel it.
Okay.
Question number 5.
Why?
Got the boost.
When did the first electrically powered taxi cab officially take to the streets in London?
Johnny Cab. No.
Electrically powered cab. When did that officially take to the streets in London? Was it A, 2016, B, 1957, or C, 1897?
Zane?
Zane?
B?
Incorrect. It was not B.
That was your comeback.
I swear to God if it's C.
James?
Let's find out. C.
That is correct. It was C.
Oh my God.
Question number 6. Which of these is the oldest motorsport event having first run in 1911? Is it A, the Goodwood Festival of Speed, B, Monte Carlo Rally, or C, Le Mans 24 Hours?
James.
James?
I'll go with A.
That is incorrect.
I'll go with C.
That is also incorrect. It was the Monte Carlo Rally.
Still no comeback.
Rally. I thought you said the race. Okay.
Question number 7. What word was written on the side of the Burnout car that rolled through at the start of the video?
Zane.
Zane?
Oh crap! It was wing something. Where is it? Oh, Wingman Premium Lager. That's right.
That is correct.
It didn't say OTL Brewing Company, that's for sure.
Question number 8.
Dave ran out of spray paint.
Who drove who drove Dave's HJ to the event?
James.
James?
Sally drove Sally's HJ to the event.
Dave's HJ.
Question number 9. What size rims? What size?
My scoring. Sorry, fix that up.
What size rims were on the rear of Aaron's Ute?
Zane.
Zane?
20 by 12s.
That is correct.
With a 305 tyre.
That is also correct. That was the other question I was going to put in, but that's not the last question. Question number 10. What was the window banner on Scott's car?
Pass.
That was the other interview. If you,
Yeah. No, I saw it and I'm like, shit. I didn't write that down. I'm not going to be that specific.
James. 555.4 rear wheel horsepower and 997 Newton meters of torque.
that was in his engine bay.
That wasn't on the window.
Yeah, it's.
Oh well.
What was
Zane?
it?
Oh, no, I'm not going to go back and look. It's
I'm giving you the countdown.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's something like something motivational.
Maybe.
That's as far as I know.
Tyler?
It was hidden, not
Hidden,
driven.
not driven.
That is correct. It was hidden, not driven.
James, you're back.
I'm back. Shit, I'm back. Then yeah.
He's got you, Zane. He's got you.
I know. I was doing so well getting them all wrong.
Okay, sorry, man. I was just like, is Zane gonna get it right? I'm like, yes. I'm like, shit. Which one is it then?
I must have got the wrong answer sheet.
Oh, well done, guys. Well done. Did you have a tiebreaker question, Tyler? Just for fun?
I have 4.
4 tiebreakers? Did you think this was going to be close?
No, the tiebreaker.
Wow.
If someone answers the
let-
tiebreaker, it's
trying to
over.
let you down.
I have 4 in case the points go begging, you know.
Oh, when have you ever been that prepared?
Every week.
You have 4 there every week?
Basically.
There was a point where you didn't even remember to have a tiebreaker.
Do you just
There
keep
was,
them around
yes.
if you don't use them? Like, are these 4 from like the first week?
Yeah, this one's actually from 2015. I wrote this one. It's not related to cars at all. It's about something that wasn't even on a video.
It's a school interview.
What was the grade on my report now? Bonus. What's the one thing that was mentioned that you wouldn't notice if you didn't know on Aaron and Nick's ute?
Question.
Don't know. Didn't know. Wouldn't notice it.
James. The fact of the matter is that the green one that the Aston did was actually an aftermarket body widening on the back, but not the one in Miss R8.
Yes, the wide body.
Yes, wide body. Yes.
It's
Miss
been
R8
widened by
is
40
bagged.
mil.
Yep. That was right. Yep.
Imagine hating bolt-ons though. Oh, you do bolt-on wide body all the time.
Nah, they didn't want to go that way.
You could take them off when you lose them on the gutter.
Mm.
Hmm. Interesting.
It was a nice colour.
It was.
Very nice colour. Both of them are very nice. Both of them.
Bonus number 4. What colour?
I know.
What is the colour? Bonus number 4.
Oh yeah, it's Zane.
Zane. It's not
neon
Zane.
No, that's
green.
wrong. It was not Zane. That is not the colour.
Oh, sorry. It's my own personal one.
And what was the colour?
It's neon mint green.
It wasn't neon mint
Oh,
green.
I've gone to the wrong soundboard. There you go. Correct. It was neon mint green.
It was. Who's drunk it?
Not that it matters. We're just showing off how much we know.
Yeah, that's right. It wasn't it? The neon mint green. I quite liked the gloss on that wrap. It looked like paint.
It looked a bit weird though.
G'day, Automotive Carnage. How you going?
It was just something off when you looked at it, because you could tell it was a wrap.
I
But
don't
it's
know.
like I just think it's never been done. So everyone, I looked at it, and I'm like, oh, that's odd, because I'm usually used to seeing a matte.
It was a very different colour, but I don't know. When you look at it like in person, it was sort of like, is that a wrap? Like you sort of know it's a wrap, but then it was like, is it a wrap? Because it was very, very shiny.
I mean, wraps are getting good nowadays. Like, I mean, it's no super cheap $50 black wrap.
No.
They are becoming very impressive. And given the fact that it was ceramic coated as well, and then you can buff it like paint, that's a long way they've come along.
Yeah, no, it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Turquoise, that's pretty close, I reckon. But yeah, no, it's different. So, anyway.
Sure is.
There you go. You're back with us next week, James.
Yep. Down the rabbit hole I go. One
You
down, 15 to go.
You want to get that 16, don't you?
Yes, I do.
He's got to get the ride in the Lamborghini.
Yes, which is no longer around. But no, we're going to ride in the Crustita.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what we're going to wait for that to finish off. So, yeah, It'll get there.
Riding a 33 with a big GTX 40 on it.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Ooh, good.
What was the turbo?
Very
I
nice.
sent you a Precision 8885 the other day.
Yeah, that's what he was looking at. Zane, you reckon that'd be more like it?
I reckon it would suck in a couple of things, yeah.
Lots of green
be
dollars.
careful you don't pull the car in front of you.
I like to have the small children walking past.
I don't think Paige was anywhere in this conversation
was not.
in
No.
agreement.
No.
But yeah,
Well, it's better to ask for forgiveness and permission.
no, he'll never get away with it.
That's all right. You know, it's $22,500.
It's not about getting away with it.
What I showed you this afternoon, $22,500 is a package there.
Yeah,
It's,
well, that
with
was-
a built, fully forged 25 and a power glide. It's also built.
Ooh.
Drop it
Very
in.
nice.
They ran 10 seconds.
I don't know why you were showing me out. I got no money. Let's look at all the stuff that's sitting here that I just bought.
You don't want to RB the HJ?
Just barrel swap it.
Yeah.
Much cheaper. Much cheaper option, isn't it?
It would be.
Oh, hey, you got to be careful who you tell when the 454 fits exactly into an R33. It's actually smaller than an RB.
Really?
Yeah. It actually fits up a lot nicer too. So.
Surely, your old man's probably got a spare one sitting around.
No? I'll just go pinch it off the running one.
Ooh.
Until he catches you.
How can he catch me, Dave? He's not no motor.
Wow, the man's still on fire. The man's still on fire.
He is. All right. We do have to leave it there. We've got to do what's on. We've got to get out of here. So thanks, guys. We'll see you back next week, James, Zane.
Cool.
Maybe,
guys.
maybe not.
It was
We'll
a
see you
pleasure.
at some stage.
Yep, I'm entering right now. Coming back.
Awesome. Come one, come all.
Paige is in the comments. She said, I am definitely listening, and it definitely isn't happening.
Oh.
That's what Shay thinks.
Classic. All right. Let's do what's on. See you guys.
Okay, guys.
See you later.
Talk to you next week where we get on to what's on, Tyler.
We shall.
What is on?
Automotive Carnage says, are you all up to the quiz already?
Yeah.
Darn, I got to get used to this time difference.
WA.
Yeah, it's only just
Yeah.
started for him. It's 7:30.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. We're well ahead.
All right. On Saturday, Westbrook Wheels Show and Shine, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Centenary Park.
Yeah, I got nothing for Friday. On my list.
July car meet, Christmas in July at Accelerate Church, 6 p.m. till 9 p.m.
Where's
No
that?
worries, Mopar Man. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, MM. Where's Accelerate Church? Where's that? Christmas in July, mate.
Good question.
Oh, I could probably look at that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you always just ask me.
Narang Bar.
Oh, there you go.
Narang Bar. Business, not 8 to 12 business drive, Narang Bar.
There we go. Mackay meet and greet.
That's in
The,
Mackay.
Too Envious at Harvey Norman, 6:30 p.m. till 9:30 p.m.
Yep.
On Sunday, breakfast and cars at the Tin Cup Cafe.
Haven't been
Tin
up to
Cup
that
Cafe in Beanley, 7:30 a.m. till 10:30. There's a cruise to the Bearded Dragon
Much more acceptable
in Tambourine. They'll be meeting at Mount Cootha at Botanical Garden outside car park.
Yep.
Across the road from the gardens at 10 a.m. for a 10:30 a.m. Departure. And then heading to the Bearded Dragon in Tambourine.
Was that it? There's not a lot of events
That
on
is
this
it.
week. We said, we'll have to find an event. We're going to have to do something else this weekend, aren't we?
Mm.
Buy parts. Eh?
Yeah. You going to get me new turbos, some E85 fittings? Yeah.
I don't know if we can get that here in time.
Do a
One
road
day.
trip to Toowoomba.
Up to
Go and see
Golby's. Yeah. All right. We'll find something. We'll find something to film this weekend. And we'll bring you something on Tuesday.
Yeah, we certainly will.
A lot of people are heading to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, people. And make sure that you hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. And
if you're on the podcast, don't forget to leave us a review, a 5-star one, hopefully.
Yeah. I don't know. Leave us a 1-star one if you want. I don't think we've had a review.
Probably not. We've got to have a look.
We'll probably check that one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know. Let us know you're there.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Make sure you keep your eyes on the OTL Facebook group as well.
Yep.
So I might post something up there for next week's show.
Get on it. Big giveaway next week.
It's the end of the month. It is next week.
Yeah, I reckon there'll be like tickets in a Hayabusa. maybe something
Something along those lines.
Maybe right lane could throw in a little prize, something send out.
Yep.
Print something, flick it out.
Mhm.
We'll see. In the meantime, stay in the right lane.
We'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for being here. See you guys.